possible because when you breathe the lighter to the lighter, the process is possible.
Yeah. But you gotta imagine one black guy kept a whole gang of white people in the cave, and then they got away.
Something happened. They ass broke loose, started wreaking havoc on the world.
I think in the midst of us always trying to figure out shit, we come up with crazy ass ideas.
It happens.
People just mutate.
That's really what it is. Like it's an activity. Like
that's why whites are not as old as sometimes things just is what it is. These motherfuckers mutated, and that's how the fuck they white.
Relax, god damn, man.
It was live for like 9 minutes already.
All right.
Oh, we start off damn.
Literally, all I had to do was like reset my computer. Though. Like I don't
We'll be canceled by Monday.
we'll be canceled.
Tell me about it.
Messed up. Shit.
Mic check.
So do we gotta send a new link out, or is the same?
It should still work. They just tell everybody to refresh it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can refresh the link.
Alright, cool.
What time, buddy? That was in the whole time, buddy. That told me that my shit was muted. That guy got like a shit ton of subscribers. He got a man. Play it on.
Shout him out.
Right. On the road, shall we? Chicago Black Delegation Podcast is a show dedicated to reshaping and reclaiming black culture in America. The intentions of this podcast is to improve the conditions of blacks in America by platforming different ideas and separate concepts. At no point will the views shared on this podcast be the show's title, conscious opinions, conversation headers, and individuals express ideas or otherwise should be interpreted as an attack on other groups, but rather as the means to a greater end for blacks except not in America. I got my bag on that. I ain't gonna lie to you. That would kill you. Who you out the door? The views shared by individuals does not represent the views shared by Chicago Black Delegation, staff, or other guests unless specified. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Chicago Black Delegation Podcast. I am HT, aka Higher Thinking. And we are back again, once again, with another set of videos for us to react to and show you guys the things that we kind of that I especially been running across on the internet. Tell them who y'all is and shit like that. Y'all know that.
What's conscious? Promoting facts over feelings as always. Think facts and hurting feelings as need be. And no one likes you. No.
Who? Me?
Yes.
Well.
Say they.
His contractor hit him up for the new movie coming out.
Here,
Railroad Wheels.
okay.
Blacker Panther, man.
The Blacker Panther.
Hold on. Somebody say the link is messed up. We gotta
Tell them, you gotta send a newer link. Right.
Okay, here we go. My name is Rail. You know what I'm saying? A certified personal trainer, actor, comic book writer and inventor, all that good stuff. So, yeah, that's me.
That's almost no different.
Was that too
Your
much
ass
time
became
to
an inventor real fast, for real.
You got too many fucking accolades. You bastard. You could have just had one.
Well, what can I say? I mean, you got to put your hands in multiple streams of income and explore your talents and see what works for you.
That's a very positive thing. I hope your tires blow. Your turn.
If you're a web designer,
do
the laws.
I'm gonna take a page out of your book. I'm just here to
to get paid.
Chew gum and kick ass.
I'm just here to get
and I'm
paid.
all out of gum.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? J. Rashid here. content creator. You know what I'm saying? We got the stuff coming up. You know what I'm saying? Buy my video.
Bars.
Go check that out. Run it up for me. Yeah, CBD.
We believe you.
And one word from the technician. Nothing. Okay.
He's right though. He is right. Just saying, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. All right. Well, yeah. Well, you know, again, HT. Thank you all for introducing yourselves again. Sherelle, you became a inventor real fast, my guy. Man, that's the fastest.
He said this man was in his kitchen and I invented something.
All right.
What? Well, you didn't know I got a comic book coming out?
Yes, I am aware of you. Okay, you're right. All right, I'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
I'll leave you alone.
I ain't create like no goddamn hydro engine or nothing like that. But
All right.
yeah,
What's the name of the comic book? And if you say New Blade,
no man, it's called Silver Streak.
superhero comic book.
Yeah, superhero. It's gonna be an over exaggerated autobiography of my life through a comic book superhero.
Hey, I'm with it. I like it. He said over exaggerated though.
Over exaggerated. That's right. You know how they do biopics.
Right,
There's a lot of shit in there that ain't true. You know, come on, you gotta sell. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man. All right, yeah. I'm gonna leave that alone. I might have some of you next week though.
I got
I'm gonna
so
leave it
many
alone. I don't want to
questions.
say nothing crazy.
I
Wait.
got so many questions.
Hold on, that's how they sold the Bible. The truth mixed with a lot of lies. All right, I'm done.
All right. So, like I said earlier, everybody, we got quite a few interesting videos to show you today. And without further ado, I want to show you this brother here is apparently he's saying we need to stop drinking water. So let's see what he's talking about.
Oh, this nut. I know exactly who this is.
I do not know who this. Who is this
I
guy?
heard this guy.
Who is this guy? Real?
This the Yaku dude or what's his name?
This guy right here?
What is something? The guy, the fruitarian dude.
Yada. Yada.
Yeah,
No,
Yada.
this ain't Yada. This ain't that.
No,
guy.
not Yada's. Yaka or something like that. Yaka Awakening.
That's what this is.
Is that him?
I don't know who these dudes is, man. They all got funny shaped hats and
I
weird
know.
names.
Well, let me see, because that might be him. It might be somebody else.
All right, let's peep game.
Not drink water. Dogs drink water. Camels drink water. Four-legged beasts drink water.
Nut.
What?
Dogs drink water. Camels drink water. You do not drink water.
Oh, it's not, for some reason, not resetting.
Maybe not the same water as them. Maybe.
I guess. So
He probably finna start talking some nutty shit like, well, it's H2O, and H2O is a chemical, and it's made of this, and it's made of that.
See, the weirdest thing about Facebook is like you can't never reset the video. So let's try to. What can I do about it?
we'll let it play, let it finish, and then
Yeah, I'm probably gonna just let it like play, and then we're gonna just
He's one of them
have to
nut.
edit it
He's
out.
one of them nut jobs who believe that when you eat meat, your dick gonna stop working and you're gonna have a heart attack at 50. He's another one of them nut jobs that subscribe to that nutty shit. Sorry, I'm cussing, but this dude is literally crazy.
Is this the damn time meter right here? It don't seem like it's going anywhere. All right, whatever. We're gonna just. All right. This is annoying as hell.
Refresh. Why don't you refresh the page?
I did.
You have to restart that one.
Let me see.
Water. Dogs drink water. You do not drink water. Dogs drink water. Camels drink water. Four-legged beasts drink water. Do you know in order to drink water scientifically, you will have to stand on all fours, you have to elongate your neck, and you have to lap the water with your tongue?
Is that how y'all drink water?
why that sound like King?
Last
Yeah.
time I checked, I just drink water like this. But
Yeah,
this is coffee.
I pour my water out into a little bowl. Yeah, I pour it into a bowl. I get on all fours and I elongate my neck and drink. Yeah, well,
Okay. All right. Well,
fuck out of here. What the fuck? Like, who the fuck drinks water like that? Like, come on, bro. He does.
apparently this nigga. That's probably why he don't drink water no more.
Your tongue is not even long enough and it don't have the type of muscles that other mammals have to even lap that water in. In order for you to drink water, you got to close your hands together, do this. You got to do everything.
Have any of y'all ever heard that y'all tongues weren't long enough? And under what context was it? Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
But what you can do naturally with it to even drink this water. You getting water in cups and glasses. You weren't born with cups, glasses, and bowls and none of that other shit. These are utensils that you make for you can assimilate other creatures for you can start drinking.
This nigga just said assimilate to drink water.
But wouldn't that that what? Wouldn't the creatures would have to have bowls first for us to copy them?
I don't know. Nigga, I don't know.
So the damn lizards was out there making bowls and shit, huh?
Yeah, man.
Oh my god.
I mean, God forbid they didn't have no thumbs to create tools and to create these bowls.
Hey yo, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
See my homie. He liked to listen to this guy. And I thought,
You're a homie? Tell me, who is this guy, man? Why is he listening to this
who I'm
shit?
talking about?
Never mind.
Yeah, he like to listen to this.
All right.
This motherfucker.
These things, just like you make knives and you make forks because you don't have claws like a carnivore, and you make these knives and these forks so you can claw and rip and tear into flesh, showing you that you were not created to eat flesh. Same thing when it comes to water. See, you're supposed to eat water. You're supposed to chew water. You're not supposed to drink water. You do.
Go to hell.
Well, since I am into the health and fitness thing, let's break down a few things first. When it comes to proteins that the body needs, the body does need proteins and amino acids, right? But when you get proteins and amino acids from plant-based, it is not that bioavailable. When you get it from meat sources, animal-like sources, it's more bioavailable. You would have to eat, on average, 2 to 3 times more plant-based protein to get the same amount of protein or get the same health benefit of protein and amino acids that you would from meat or an animal product. Now, when he's talking about chewing water, he's talking about fruits that have a high water content, like cucumbers or like watermelon or something like that, which can, in return, help you to be hydrated. But that's not the only way to be hydrated. I do think the body does need some type of water, but yes, you can become hydrated from eating certain fruits. But this other stuff you talking about, man, I don't know.
Wow, that's
this guy.
So that's the time we on today, huh? This spitting some real elongated, knowledgeable shit. I'm on hater time. How long we doing this?
Oh, what'd you say?
I'm on hater time. Every time you little fucker say something extra smart, I'm on hater time. Hate no motherfucker.
Well, look, man, this is my field of study right here: health and fitness and food and stuff like that. So I know quite a bit about it. But plant protein versus animal protein is the plant protein. I mean, animal protein is very much so better. You know what I'm saying? And not to say don't get no plant protein, because you do still need it, because now studies have shown that too much animal protein can actually lead to cancer. So
oh wow,
you got to be careful with how much animal protein you consume, which would increase this shit called the HG1 factor, which is a human growth insulin, some shit like that, right? HG something 1. But yes, we're not supposed to overly. It's like with anything, like with medication, with like anything, you're not supposed to overdo it. It will have adverse effects. But I'll say this: just have a balanced meal. Just have a balanced fucking diet. Don't be
that includes water, I imagine.
It includes water. That don't be too extreme one way. Don't be too extreme another way. Because while I believe that eating a certain way can heal you in a certain way, like eating fruits or vegetables, I do believe that it's like going up a hill, and then you get there, and then I feel better, but now I'm starting to decline because I'm not getting all of the benefits from the foods that I need. So where everybody go very extreme with veganisms and carnivorisms and this and that, yeah, you will feel better because your body don't have all that bullshit in it. Like people will go straight from eating fried chicken to drinking Hennessy to fucking being vegan and say, "Oh man, I feel so much better." Maybe it's all the fried food and the Hennessy that you ain't taking no more, and all the BS that you eating on a day-to-day basis why you feel better. But anyway, I don't mean to go off into a tangent. This is just something I love to talk about, and I can tell you right now, this is another dude I feel like is a grifter, and this is pushing out a lot of BS, a lot of extreme polarizing stuff to grab people's attention.
Nice. Okay.
So you would say the West suffer for an overabundance of deficiencies, while the East suffer from under the. Because they tend to have lack of deficiencies over East, but we have overabundant deficiencies over West. Like we got obesities and heart disease stuff like this, but over East they got the lack of certain proteins and things because their diet is like really lean.
Let me tell you something about people that's in other countries. What they do that we don't do. What we do is we overconsume food. Mm-hmm. So basically, we overconsume all of the worst types of foods. So that's why we have obesity. That's a one factor. Then another factor is we don't move. We're conditioned in a way where we got phones and TVs. In these other countries, these people, they go hunt for their food. They have gardens. They walk places. You know, for the lack of what they have, they are more in tune with nature than we are. Another thing that a lot of them do, either is religious or is just their society, they do what is called fasting. You know what I'm saying? You got the Ramadan, you got the Middle East. They do a fasting, which that's also linked to reduce the risk of cancer. So people that do intermittent fasting or do some type of fasting usually have a greater health benefit than those who just consume food, and then on top of that, all the wrong type of food.
Okay. Yeah. So then why do the East suffer from a lack of deficiencies? Because
what do you mean by that?
A lot of the diseases, like you said, we got cancer and obesity over here because we overconsume the wrong things. But when
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
they're suffering from that because the lack of
it is. So look closer. Okay.
I think they're suffering from that is because like how we have up-to-date water systems, up-to-date kind of food. And see, a lot of those countries, they get sick and stuff because they're exposed to more bacteria. They're exposed to more harsh living conditions. But not all those countries over there have that. That's something that you will have to go and visit those countries to see that they don't all live in those type of environments. A lot of them do live in pretty decent environments. It's just that a small portion of them countries do live in very, very harsh, impoverished situations.
Well, I wasn't so much addressing the living conditions. It's just when you eat certain things, certain foods can have you more than other foods. So their diet doesn't consist of certain things that we would eat. So, for example, they might not Asia. They mostly eat a lot of rice, a lot of fish. What can it be? They don't really eat beef, so they have a lot of protein deficiencies in Asia.
Do they have a lot of protein deficiencies in Asia?
That's what I heard. I heard that they suffer from lack of deficiencies, maybe not enough iron, maybe not enough vitamin E, maybe not enough something. But we have an abundance of those things, and that's where a lot of deficiencies come from.
If you look at it on average, Americans tend to live a lot less than people in other countries. Okay. And I wouldn't say that's necessarily food. I say it's a lot of stress too. You're
doing pretty good for the heart disease is the thing that's taking us out in America. And I don't think I think that's kind of like a thing because we talked about this before.
It's the leading cause of death.
And I don't think that's something that's particularly related to your diet. I think it's been 80 years. You know what I'm saying? And
I think it's related to a lot of things. Like I said, stress, food, lack of exercise and movement. You got to look at these people in these other countries. These people move. they get up, they get out in the atmosphere and do things.
Well, yeah, I would definitely
what I'm
recommend
saying?
keeping that heart up back with the exercise and getting that milk to
So when
beep
you-
and everything.
So
and,
when you
and
got
work.
some nut, when you got some nuts sitting up here talking about,
I forgot all about this dude.
this man, eat this and eat that.
All right,
My suggestion is move more and have a balance.
all right, yeah. This, goddamn, that's all right. Goddamn, none of
This
this has anything to do with water. But hey, let's go.
Not drink water. Dogs drink water.
That's it. Oh, okay, cool. Well, yeah. Is that it? What else we got here?
I'll say if anything, like, don't drink like cheaply packaged water, because like them shit sit up in warehouses for months on years, and I mean, who knows what type of plastic is getting polluted into that water, and then they serve it up at these great value. You know what I'm saying? Walmart, Sam's Club. Do your due diligence and get your water purification system. You know what I'm saying? Get your do better. You know what I'm saying? Like don't go for the cheap shit. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like it's low quality shit.
Yeah.
I read a story about bottled water saying like it's raised levels of estrogen in it
Oh wow.
in some cases. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that just? I mean, I thought that was like the difference between the types of water, like the type of what I'm trying to say is the spring water, right, compared to the distilled water, compared to the purified water, like or whatever else type of ways they create water or how they bottle water.
Yeah, I mean, as far as that shit goes, it is true there's a difference between that, but I mean, at the end of the day, like you got to think about like what's happening to the water.
Well, true. Well, I guess so. What I'm trying to say is, like for the thing that you were speaking on, like the concerns that you were speaking on, I thought that was more so a thing regarding like I said, the type of water. But you saying this just the fact that it's been sitting up in these warehouses for God knows how long with and I'm aware of like the plastic, seeping into and finding its way to contaminate the water and everything like that. I'm aware of that. But that's not something I personally thought about, to be honest with you.
I thought they did something about that, about like reducing the PBA and the plastic so that it doesn't seep into the water.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Well,
They could
that-
tell you that.
well, that's what they found out is that's even if it's a PBA free bottle, it's still getting in the water. Because I was getting the eternal water or whatever, and just started just doing a little bit more research on it, and even those is still kind of bad. So now I got a filter at home. You know what I'm saying? To keep me from being exposed to a lot of plastic.
But how well do those filters work? 'Cause it's like, there's a lot of things going on in these metal pipes that's feeding you. That's water.
Yeah,
A lot of things.
It really don't get everything. Like he said, you have to get an entire system put in. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot better than nothing.
What about well water?
I don't know much about.
They know about well water. They know about well water.
Sauk Village runs on well water. That shit's been horrible ever since.
Yeah, no one drinks that water.
Do you do anything with that water?
Can't do shit. It dries your skin out. It'll fuck around and ruin your insides. Like, bro,
Yeah,
well
they
water
fuck your
is
skin up.
the worst kind of water next to. You might as well be drinking swamp water. Literally. Like,
How do you feel about alkaline water? In the different companies that offer it, like what type of most of them say it's like 9.5, 9.8, 9.7, but
All right, so when you look at the ingredients of alkaline water, it usually has something in it that makes it not water, like sodium, bicarbonate, or something like that. That right there automatically makes that water like not good for you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to stay a little bit more hydrated, what you do is you'll take a little bit of sea salt or a little bit of Himalayan salt and put it in your water and drink it, and that helps you to stay hydrated a little bit longer, because salt in the muscles and in the body, it helps the body contain more water. So to the alkaline stuff, it helps the body. I guess I trust it a little bit, but not really. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I start seeing ingredients in the water other than water, yeah, I start questioning it. Because what are you doing to make it alkaline?
Interesting. Okay. I think that's about. Yeah, there's a good summary to that to this video. I would say I would just suggest whichever types of water you drink, whether it be see-through with plastic or well or swamp water. don't elongate your neck and whatever. I don't. Whatever, man. We're done here.
Oh wow.
All right.
Oh man.
So
This video gonna get me in trouble. I can tell you that.
Good. That's what we're all about. Trill.
Gosh.
All right, so what's up, everybody? Chicago Black Delegates Podcast again, and we one of my favorite pastimes to do around here on this podcast is to review relationship advice. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we run across some good stuff. For the most part, they're always bad. We'll see what this one's about. This is from what's going on here? This is from a person named Keto Rose, so check her out on Instagram. She probably has some good things to say pertaining to the subject and other matters. So let's check it out.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Ladies, it is dumb to leave your man because he cheated.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. That was stupid as That was the dumbest I've ever heard in my life.
What y'all think about that?
Man,
Who want to go first?
Man, look, I know I'm finna get in trouble, so I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna just say it.
You sure you don't want to wait or something like that? You want to wait for the argument to settle in, or you just ready to fire off?
You asked me what I think about that, right?
Ah, you ready to? You heard enough then.
I'm gonna wait.
Oh, you gonna wait then?
Yeah,
So,
I'm gonna let it
so you
play
ain't
out.
got no knee jerk like because one person said it's okay for one person said it's done for a woman to leave for a man cheating. And the other person says it's taking issue with that. You pick a side.
You want me? You know what? I want to stay in the middle with it.
You want to stay in the middle with it?
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't
all
wanna
right.
pick a side.
Any other middle scared ass middle gray area people? What's up?
You know me. I'm going to say, yeah. Justin, you got anything to say before I get into this?
Was it the argument is women who leave their men cheating are dumb?
Yeah.
What he says. What he said is it's done for. It is done for a woman to leave because her man cheated. And he said that, and she says that's stupid.
Shaking.
It's not dumb. It's not dumb.
Stupid.
What you say, man? You gotta speak up.
It's not dumb.
It's not dumb.
No.
Okay. All right. You still
Okay.
gray area,
So-
black, white. What's up?
No.
Chicken came before the
a
egg?
man of higher economical or status, it would be stupid. If you manage to pull a man that's way up there in the tax bracket and he decides to explore his options, you fully well stepped into this knowing that may be the case. And it will be silly for you to leave him if he decides to do that because you got the house, you got the car.
Hold on. Hey, we got Dalton trustees in the house. Hey, what's up? Hey, that is crazy. Hey, what's up, Dalton trustees? Hey, we got nothing but love over here with y'all. All right, Hey, keep doing y'all thing, Dalton trustees. That's crazy. That's insane.
That's the same people that's kind of trying to fight off Babe.
Say what you gotta say, man. We actually got celebrities in the house now. But yeah, what you got?
Yeah, I think if they're of a certain economical or social status, it would be stupid. Because if he picked you to take you seriously, you in the house, you got the car, and he decided to go out and deal with some chick, no, that would be silly. Because you're not going to pull that same person again. That these people aren't walking around here.
All right.
Doesn't.
Okay.
So you feel like if the man is less than her in finances or something? What you saying?
Not so much less than her. If he ain't the man, then no. Like
Okay,
so.
I got what you're saying.
Like someone like, well, not you Hollywood, but so someone like our technician who can't fight back because I'm gonna talk shit, he can't say anything. If he decided to step out on his woman and cheat, you know what I'm saying?
Wow, okay.
She should drop his ass like a bad habit. She should drop him like a cancer, cut off the limb. She should drop him like the basketball drops past the rim at the WNBA. That's how bad she should drop him.
Focus.
God damn.
Relax, technician. He's just joking, technician. Just relax, bro.
Ah, shit. Well, look, here's what I'm gonna say about this.
You're gonna wait for the rest of the video to play. That's what you're gonna do. All right.
Let's unpack this.
Now, if he's a cheater, yes, but because he cheated,
Did I murder someone? Yes. Am I a murderer? No.
what you gonna do? You gonna find you another man that don't struggle with infidelity? We all do.
Question: do all men struggle with infidelity?
No,
I would say
I don't think all. I think majority of them do, not all.
Jay?
I would say temptation is definitely out there, but I mean, it depends on the man and his heart.
He said all men though.
All men, no, not all men, because some dudes are genuinely dedicated to their girl.
Okay, so there's a caveat to that. There's struggling with infidelity. That would mean they're out there cheating and trying not to cheat. If he means by that, then no, that's not all men. Now, if you want to say all men probably think about infidelity, stuff like this, yes.
Yeah.
Because if that wasn't the case, the porn industry wouldn't be as prevalent, or OnlyFans wouldn't be as prevalent as it is. They prey off the fantasies and the biological needs of men.
True, that is their intention, but it's kind of hard to say. I mean, you're kind of implying that every man watches pornography.
Well, no, but every man wants variety.
Whew.
Not every man wants variety. It's some
Even within your own culture, you might want a skinny girl, you want a big girl, you want a thick girl, you want a curvaceous girl, you want one big titties, you want one big ass. There's still variety.
I'm not saying you're not lying. You're definitely telling the truth, but I'm saying like it's some people who cool with the same thing day to day. I mean,
you can be cool with it. You wanting variety doesn't mean you're going to indulge in your cravings. You know what I'm saying? You might think like, oh dang, that'd be great, oh that'd be cool, but then you might think like, I'm okay, I'm good where I'm at because of the consequences that may come of it. But if you take the consequences off the table, if all women out the blue just say, no what, we don't care, do what you want, it's your biological need. Do you think there's not a one man that's gonna sit there and be like, well, I'm gonna go taste the rainbow? Real?
Yeah, so I feel like, man, you know, people just got to do what's best for them. You know what I'm saying? If your woman accept you being out here dealing with multiple women, then she accept it. If not, then you got to find a person that's right for you. I really don't know what to say on this topic because it's just like what I really feel, I really can't say. You know
All right.
what I'm saying? I'll put it to you this way. You have to learn some self-control as a man because temptation gonna always be out there.
Exactly.
There are women, for whatever reason, I don't feel like God make no mistakes, but there are more women than there are men. I don't understand why, but that's just the reality of it.
I mean,
I'm not saying that every man should have more than one woman, but what I am saying is that is very competitive when it comes to men out here because there's not a whole lot of us that's per se good men, as they would say.
But
so it's a competition. Women are in very much so competition, even if they don't realize they're in competition. They're in competition for someone else's man. It's unfair, but it's the reality of where we live right now in society.
Well, there's a lot of reasons why there's more men than women because we take the dangerous jobs and get off gangs, cops.
Yeah, we do die a lot.
So we die faster. We commit suicide faster.
Yeah, we do.
So and like I could be wrong. And then like for every 3 women, there's 1 man.
It seems to be that
or
way.
that number has gotten higher.
I believe it's going up. They're talking. It was a study put out not too long ago, a couple years ago, that there were more girls that were being born than there are men. So we're talking about birth, as in birth rates too. That more women are being born than there are men.
I definitely want to say there's 3 times as many women there is men though, so that'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So let's say this. Let's just say if every black person wanted to get married right now to another black person, right? In America right now, there are 2 million more black women than there are men right here in America.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if every man got married, there'll still be 1 million black women who are unmarried if they wanted to marry black men. Not to take into account of some men's sexual orientation. You know what I'm saying? So this all goes back to the men that make the most money, the top 10, the top whatever, 6 feet tall, man.
There you go.
It's like, I hate to say it, but women have a slim pickings when it comes to all of these things that they say they want or whatever. They want to go and get the man that makes the most money, got the longest, you know what, and he's 6 feet, whatever. Here in America now, 14% of the population of men are 6 feet and up. That's so fucking small, it don't make no sense. Not only to mention, if they like men, if they like multiple women, or whatever, they might not even like a black woman or like this type of woman. They might be only focused on one type of woman. I'm just saying this. Come to an agreement with your spouse on how y'all want to handle their shit. I don't think it's done for a woman to leave her man if he cheats, if that's her standards. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the probability of you finding a man that's going to be faithful to you is a very, very small chance. So I say stick it out with the person you with, and that's my thing. But the chances of this day and age with social media, with porn, and all the things we just mentioned, it is hard to find a faithful man, especially those who grew up not like having a lot of women. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So once they start getting women and then getting money and stuff like that, and all the women coming to them, they may not know how to handle that type of pressure. Me, on the other hand, I can handle the pressure.
Oh, and my God.
Isn't that amazing?
I just push them aside,
Jesus
you know?
Christ. All right. Next video.
I did press the wrong button.
I'm the prize!
There you go. My bad.
Oh, my God.
All right, let's see what else you got.
He said, "Oh, what you gonna do?" Well, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna pack my and I'm gonna get the on. Y'all say men are the logical leaders of the world. Okay, well, a good leader can practice self-control. Would you feel comfortable living in a kingdom where your leader falls into temptation every single time they're tempted? Would you feel comfortable living in a kingdom where your leader is so distracted by the enemy's temptations that they can't even protect said kingdom that you reside?
So real quick, I do want to make note for anybody that didn't catch it, and we've been doing a lot of conversating in between the video and all that stuff. So people probably didn't miss it. This unfortunately is an example of talking past each other. You know what I'm saying? His argument was men struggle with temptation, right? And she says, who will want a leader that falls victim to the prey every single time? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Instead of standing with what they sometimes call in the pocket of, and in context of this conversation of this video, she didn't stay in the pocket of what he was referring to, right? It should have made more sense if she criticized his instability or his double-mindedness or his unreadiness to lead in a situation where he is tempted to do what's not that's productive for the kingdom, if you will.
Right.
But instead, again, she wants to go from his area of confusion to just outright extreme. So that's something I did want to kind of point out.
Can I say something? Because all right, I feel like when women come to this topic, they often try to shame men who like multiple women. And I feel like this is a shaming tactic used by a lot of women to make a man feels like he's weak if he decides that he wants to like multiple women. In many kingdoms and many empires, the head person in charge have always had their fair share of the litter.
Go King.
They have had more women, you know what I'm saying, than just one. So I don't think a man having more than one woman has anything to do with his leadership or him falling to temptation, because I could have one woman and I could fall temptation to money. I could have one woman and fall temptation to drugs or fall temptation to power and get knocked off that way. Because I don't understand people. I really feel like people should pick their poison, because you might pick a guy that's so faithful, but he might fall temptation to other things that will in turn bring down the empire anyway. So it's best to get somebody that you know that you can build something with, and you know that's a great leader. A great leader shouldn't be based upon how many women he have or if he falls victim to the temptation of women. We're men. We're always going to be tempted by beautiful women.
Yeah, it can happen. I just kind of want to say, the only thing I didn't really particularly agree with is like your everything you said was pretty much right, but it was like kind of coming from a misunderstanding of what she said from our viewpoint. Mm-hmm. I don't think she was trying to. I don't think she was making this some sort of. I would not say, and this is my opinion. Mm-hmm. I just wouldn't say that she's making this. She made this message as some sort of attack on men due to their inability to stay focused on women, and one woman alone. I really do believe that she just more so just kind of had a bad take on somebody else's argument, and I think I would say that her intentions of saying that is again poking fun at this guy's ideology or his logic. But for everything
That's
else
fair.
you said from the point that you started off on, from your viewpoint rather. I mean, it's not much I can really say about that.
That's fair. You're right. That's fair. But like I said, these are talking points that are used to shame.
Yeah, but that's why I couldn't say. I mean, yeah, people.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I cannot say anything about. That I've been, like I said, I'm my ears to the streets. I'm on the web all the damn time. Those conversations definitely happen, and those people definitely need to have. Those people, right, need to do a better job at speaking to other people especially about men's issues and stuff like that. Oh yeah, for sure. Let's watch the rest of this.
Sick of all the excuses that y'all done concocted. I can't. It's filling up my fro. You filled up my fro with this foolishness. They talk about, well, men are just visual creatures. Well, everyone has eyes, and everyone is attracted to somebody or something. There will always be a person, a woman prettier than your wife, prettier than your girlfriend, just like there will always be somebody that has a bigger wallet and a bigger penis. So we need to start using I statements. I am a weak man. I can't practice self-control. I fall into temptation. People use generalizations and say things like, all of us do this, all men do this, all women do this to feel better about their actions because they know they're wrong. If I didn't wash my ass, I would say things like, all women don't wash our ass. Yeah, we all do it. Who is we?
And if it's
Any comments? Jay, you got anything for that?
I think she really just going off on a tangent, and she just needs to calm down for a second, because it really misses its mark when they just get the random in those long-winded joints, you know.
Oh, okay. Anybody else want to about the statement she made pertaining to, I guess, men, especially the one that really spoke out to me was when she says guys like to make the generalization statements of all men do this to make themselves feel better about the degeneracy that they participate.
I've done that before.
Chicago Black Delegation Podcast. What you got for us?
They sound upset. I've done that before, and what can I would say that's not necessarily true. Not all men do this, but I do think most men struggle with temptation. And like I said,
Chicago Black Delegation Podcast. What you got for us?
Hello, how are you?
Pretty good. Gentlemen, how are y'all?
Are you good?
we're good.
All right, everybody's doing good.
Are
How
you
about
stroking
yourself?
your cock? What?
What you got? What you got to say? What you got?
I wanted to lick your ass.
Hey, get off that shit.
Okay, well,
All right, y'all. So what was you saying, Surreal?
Oh my God,
Why am I supposed to be trolling?
Yeah, I mean,
it happens.
Well, so back to the scheduled program. So she said something about men being weak. That's the thing that I'm talking about. Those are the words of shame and tactics. Because a man practices polygamy, whatever his practice is, of dating multiple women or being with multiple women, that does not make him a weak man. That does not make him have lack of self-control. I just don't agree with the constantly trying to make a man feel low of himself because that's what he want to do. Now, if you lying to the chick and then you cheating on her, that's different. There might be a little bit of weakness there to not just be honest with her. But a lot of men, like he said, if women walked around today and say, "Hey guys, you can do whatever you want to do," most men, if not all, would take them up on that offer. Man.
Okay. All right. You got something?
No.
Okay.
Just to piggyback up on what he's saying, that's spot on. Because no one bats an eye when women wants or states their biological wants or needs. They want a guy for a certain type of stature, certain type of physique, certain type of length, certain type of everything, and we just be like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we don't want no short guys. They body shame and everything, but second a man does it.
Crazy body shame.
World War III.
Yeah, I definitely won't use one person's one gender's degeneracy to justify my own degeneracy. Like women should know they shouldn't be doing that type of stuff. The only way to combat degeneracy is to eliminate it, not add more to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Let's see what else we got here.
So let me get this straight. So.
Okay.
They called to hang up the call.
The man out there that's telling you he don't. He's lying. But don't take my word for it. Tell me this. How many women you know that hasn't been cheated on? Don't worry. I'll wait.
Yes, let's normalize cheating because we've all been cheated on. While we're at it, let's normalize drinking and driving reckless, and not wearing our seatbelts. Because tell me this, how many of us have experienced a car wreck?
I'm gonna go.
All right. So I'll go ahead and kick it off. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna give guys a pass for cheating. Like when it comes to infidelity and stuff like that, I think it's the best. I think it's every couple's best interest to get that stuff out the way first. If you're the type of dude that likes the idea of having you like having your pick of the litter, you like kind of shopping around and stuff like that, and living the party lifestyle and stuff like that. That need to be you need to have that conversation with your partner, right? Mm-hmm. So, I think that's a healthy thing to do that. And if she's okay with that, then that's great. You might be in a position where you could be the breadwinner, or you can just be. You could be the 6 foot guy, 6-pack abs, and all the other leverages that a lot of women yearn for and stuff like that. And she just, like I said, she might be down for it. She might want to get her extra stuff on the side. Don't get me wrong. And she probably would be justified for asking for that. But again, if that's the type of lifestyle you want, it's your best interest to get that out, to get that written, get that shit on paper, get that written out first, and then y'all can go on about the relationship from that starting point. However, if it's a situation where you want to start exploring other options, you want to start communicate, working into the agreement with your partner. You know what I'm saying? Right, but to cheat is just like I said, you're never gonna hear me try to justify that like doing that type of thing. And for what he just said regarding, ask the women. My fiance never got cheated on. There's other women I know that's never gotten cheated on. You know what I'm saying? It's
that depends what type of cheating you're talking about.
Because if we want to be all, how do I put it? if we want to say that looking at a girl or talking to, I mean, a lot of people try to bring in a whole bunch of different ideas as far as what cheating is. As far as I'm concerned, what cheating is laying in the bed with somebody, or I would even extend it to romantically entertaining somebody, like taking them out on dates, giving them your undivided attention, whether it be a one-on-one situations or phone calls and stuff like that. If your intentions with that person is to extend, it's to see them again, it's to experience them, and they make you feel magical on the inside, whatever you want to call it. Yes, then we can extend that to being cheating as well. But the intent, it has to be to get away from your woman and find another person to be romantically involved with.
Yeah, but but I think that's a more base version of it because
I'm very based.
But you can also look at it as, so you got physical, you have emotional forms of cheating. You have, like, that'd be like if you have a man that's sitting there sending a chick sexy time messages, you know what I'm saying, telling them what they can do, when they can do it, et cetera, would not be cheating?
I think that's
No. Now, granted, he may not have no intentions of meeting this woman. He just get a kick out of the attention and kind of doing it. It would not be still cheating.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
I would say it is because I ain't gonna hold you. I've done that before. Entertain some shit without no actual intention of physically doing anything. That's cheating, bro.
Yeah, because you're getting something out of it from another person.
Mm-hmm.
That's not your girl and shit.
Anytime you entertaining somebody else, text message, calls, whatever.
Jay, you gotta be careful with those messages, man. Your stock just went down, bro.
My stock just went down. No, I mean, hey man, like we live and we learn, bro.
All right, okay. Oh, so you was like 15 when that happened. You a grown man now. That's what's up.
Yeah,
well, anyway, what was y'all saying though? But yeah, you was telling me about cheating, right?
Yeah. So I think there's cheating is multi-layered, and even then, like when you have like polygamous relationships, because cheating is defined as pretty much stepping out on the partner, pretty much, right?
Yeah. Real quick, mostly it is determined by the agreement between the two parties. Those two, you got to decide what. I would suggest that you talk with your girl about what is considered cheating, what is considered cheating.
I think there's underhanded infidelities, then there's acceptable infidelities.
Okay.
Because like people that's in like open relationships, they're pretty much just cheating on each other. They're just willing to accept it.
Is it really cheating when they agree to have sex with other people?
That's not how it's defined. It's defined as if you know or not know. At all. There's not if you know or not know in that definition in the slightest.
All right. I'll give you that. But I personally still like the idea of the people of the two parties defining between each other what they consider to be cheating within their own relationships. However, when they speak to other people regarding cheating in these matters, they need to clarify that, okay, what me and my partner have got going on is different from like other people, and they even have to go as far as to say what we consider cheating is not orthodox, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think the title of it still stands, because I'd be like, so like me and you don't know each other too well, right? But we can joke. So if you say something smart right now, and I'd be like, oh, bitch ass nigga, what would you do about it, right? Nothing. We joking. But if some dude on the street do that, it'd be disrespectful. Mm-hmm. So there's acceptable disrespect, and then there's just disrespect.
I see what you're saying. Like two women, right? Like we call each other bitch,
yeah,
bitch, and then you say it.
Well, you're the outsider,
right? I see what you're saying. You saying it's defining what's to them what's cheating or what's acceptable in that relationship.
So can you repeat the question?
Is he saying what's defining to them what's cheating or acceptable in that relationship? You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much. Like you're just cheating. You're just, all right, well, I'm fine with it.
Some couples are different.
Yeah.
As far as what some couples might have a threesome with somebody, right? And then one of them go off and have sex with the person alone, and then like, oh, well, you cheated, even though they did it
They just
together.
did it together,
with that person.
right?
You know what I'm saying? But it was the agreement is we do it together, not separate. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I mean yeah,
So it depends on what they agree upon.
yeah. That's you know that's what I'm trying to say. It's about the what the agreement is. But I do understand your point to say that yeah, if it's not orthodox, then you got to. Then this is not going to fall in line with what the outsiders are going to understand about cheating.
Yeah.
So again, I said, and that's why I said you got to, if you want to explain this to other people, to outsiders, you are going to have to clarify like what you and your partner agreed on about what's not acceptable within a relationship. If we don't want to use the word cheating, I mean, yes, I do understand cheating is a very it's a word that's already defined, and we can't change the meaning of the word cheating. So I'll give you that. So yeah, but otherwise, I don't know any closing statements regarding this little exchange and all that stuff. Do y'all agree with the girl? Do y'all agree with the guy? Did you say the part that you were supposed to get in trouble about? Like, did you already? Are you in trouble already? What's up?
No, he dodged that.
I slid across the grapes.
All right.
You know
what I'm saying?
He got grapes. I got watermelons.
I'll
It's
just listen. I'll just say it's hard to come across a man that doesn't do it. You know?
That doesn't do what you said.
That doesn't cheat or doesn't have temptation. You know what I'm saying? It's very hard. It's hard to find that type of man. You know what I'm saying? And I think that women should stop worrying about that. I think they should worry about more so building with this man and progressing, you know what I'm saying, in life.
I mean,
I can do it. I can be in a relationship without cheating. You know what I'm saying? But that's me. That's my preference. Some other man might not, this might not be what they want to do. It's not a lack of self-control. It's just they may not just want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
So I want to ask Jay. Say, Jay, in the event that a friend of yours, it could be a relative, they come to you and say, "Hey, my husband just cheated. What do I do next? Like, what do you take that conversation from there?"
If a friend or a relative come to me and say my husband cheated, what do I do next?
Yeah, or how would you go about resolving that issue?
Shit, I mean, that's your husband. I mean, it's deeper than just saying stay or pack your shit and go. I mean, you gotta, if it has to be a relative for me to really want to get down to the nitty gritty, see what's going on. If it's just a friend, I'm gonna be like, if it's a friend that I really care about, I'm like, well, honestly, I feel like y'all need to have a conversation and figure out what y'all need to do, because I mean, obviously you can't just stick around and he's gonna be cheating on you, because I mean, a relationship without stability is really nothing, or trust. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if you can't trust this man or he doesn't trust you, you really ain't got nothing. So it's like, yeah, y'all need to figure that out. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you want to stay, stay. But if you want to really regain your sense of peace, you may need to leave. I ain't gonna lie. If I get cheated on, it's gonna be real hard to get that peace back.
Yes, that's that. So it is an emotional thing that happens.
So let me act the technician. So technician, and you know, I know you really can't say much. So if you and your partner cheated on you, and I know you like him like tall and stuff like this, or whatever it could be.
Wow.
So would you
My pussy age.
would you stay with him if he decided to step out on you?
Those niggas get stolen.
All right. So put the camera on me, bro. It's been real, y'all. Thanks for sliding on us. We're gonna take us a brief intermission.
Oh shit.
All right.
They were tripping up the chords. Oh, it's too.
Man, was that y'all that called on us? That way. It was a 708 number. It was a 708 number, y'all. Huh? I got a 312. Oh, you got a 312. All right, okay, you off the hook then. All right. Hello.
No. I thought you not have a 312. It would not be us.
Yeah,
And we don't not. How would it be us if you didn't even see us talking on the phone? Exactly. That was a random lady.
I sure was looking at way. I'm like,
Yeah, I saw you. I'm just
You
like,
know what, Daddy? If Menno was here, it would have happened.
Daddy, that was a pedophile. You were. I heard what she said.
You said hello.
She said something.
that was hella strange. Not gonna lie.
That's why you should have put.
I'm like, we got a real number, guys.
Young people very much.
No, that was a Brandy. You heard. I heard what she said. Yeah, I'm gonna show you what she said.
How she finna run it back?
it's all working, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you what she said.
That's crazy. The damn Dalton trustee slid on us. I'm like, what the fuck? That was crazy. Huh?
It's not really a message. It just says peace.
Well, I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's just crazy they even came because they wanted us to talk about the damn Tiffany Henyard. That's what they wanted us to do. So that's probably I think next time I'm probably gonna just start. I'm probably gonna just start off talking about Tiffany Henyard, and then because I think I'm noticing there's a tiering to this. There's like a hierarchy of this type of stuff. Right now, our biggest thing is the Dalton trustee situation and Tiffany Henyard situation. And that's what people like really want to see out of us. They don't want to see us talking about no water. They don't want to see us talking about relationships and shit like that. They want to see us. They watching us to learn more about politics. So if nothing else, I want to kind of start focusing on. I'm probably gonna start focusing on that first when it comes like here on out. But we still gonna be talking about the same shit we talk about. Is that we're gonna talk about Tiffany Henyard and Brandon Johnson in politics first, and then you know going so on and so forth. I ain't really been seeing a lot of things about Brandon Johnson lately. I think we kind of caught up on Brandon Johnson right now.
Had a nervous breakdown. He been in and out of the hospital for anxiety.
Yeah, he did that, but he also just been straight up walking out too. So you don't know what it is. Whenever y'all ready though.
all right. Yep.
Say he been straight up walking out, huh?
How many videos we got?
That was just 2 so far, and this one. Hopefully, we'll try to. So basically, try to. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if y'all cool, we cool. But like, I'm just saying, like, to make things kind of go a little bit faster. Try to stick to like your theory, and then if the theory doesn't make sense, then go into an example. Or if you have a problem expressing the theory, then go ahead and just give an example, and we'll try to kind of take it from there and try to figure out what you try to mean. But like it's just that when you kind of provide like trying to say what you mean, like as in again when we express the theory, and then you go into an example, and then you go into an example that kind of explains that example, and you give another example, and like 2 more examples after that, then that kind of makes you long-winded. You know what I'm saying? So to kind of like speed up, like help you land the plane a little bit faster, just try to like just say what you mean, and then like leave the examples for when you're asked for it to present an example. Does that's just me. That's just from like the perspective of the viewer, and I'm trying to preserve y'all time. But if y'all cool and y'all can talk however the hell y'all want to talk, you know what I'm saying. But
I keep saying we gotta have a
timing when it comes to conversations.
I keep saying we gotta have a subject and a long form conversation one day about the type of stuff we be talking about in the messages. That would really start talking about too.
I mean, well, we gotta have a video that kind of start kick the conversation off. That's kind of the thing. You want to just
address it, but like, hey,
what we talk about is like relationships. You know what I'm saying?
No, in the message, no, we talk about the fucking genealogy. We talk about the religion side of things. We talk about Kanye West having a choice. That one conversation we talked about countless things. Like
these girls give me y'all give me they got the Ring song playing in the background. What's that called?
PTSD.
Oh yeah, the PTSD. Yeah. I'm like, man, she's calling again. Oh my god, don't lick my booty.
But I don't think we should have like long form conversation on like some of the subjects we discussed in the messenger.
I Okay. Let's put it this way then. Next, write the conversations down, and then we just then I can find content surrounding those conversations.
Okay.
I just don't know. I just don't really know what you kind of like specifically talking about. But I don't matter. All right. So what's next? Ooh, my neck. All right. Okay. This is the politics stuff.
Here are 4 Wix Studio features you gotta know.
I just like that sound effect. That's what y'all about. Okay. All right. What's up, everybody? Chicago Black Delegation Podcast here with hit y'all with another video. The election season is rolling around, as we all probably know. It's 2024. And there's been a lot of awakening going on around here. If you all kind of notice or not, but I want to say for the past 40 years, 30, 40, 50 years, black people have been primarily voting Democrat because for a myriad of reasons. Some people say the Republicans are a bunch of racists. Other people say Democrats help black people the most. And other people say the Democrats are the closest socialists, and other people just want a free handout. It's a myriad of reasons, a lot of reasons to vote Democrat, depending on your perspective, which is fine. But one thing we've been noticing amongst the black community, aka FBAs, aka ADOS, American Freedmen, is that we're growing impatient with the Democratic Party. We here on the Chicago Black Delegation Podcast, we speak a lot about the inaction. Chicago Black Delegation Podcast. They have it again. Was it the same number?
I can't. Oh god! If it's the same number, please don't answer it next time.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah. Is it?
Chicago Black Delegation Podcast. Who is it?
I want a good cocksucker that.
What did I tell you, G? I'm finna steal on the next person.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. Not gonna lie.
Must be the SWS community.
Bro, stop playing with us, G. That's what y'all gonna stop doing, G. Whoever that is calling up here, y'all gonna stop playing, bro. Cause this shit is getting too fucking far, bro.
Hell yeah.
Must be the SWS community.
SWS.
All right.
Yeah, must be them people.
We're knocking on doors, handing out.
They hate the progress.
The mayonnaise must have ran out. He got nothing else better to do.
You mean SWJ? SJW? Social Justice Warriors?
If that's what you want to call them, I call them the suspected white supremacists.
Oh, okay.
No.
I really thought it was the SYSBM thing we talked about
I did too. Oh Lord.
Okay, so they just threw up the whole feng shui off. Again, FBAs. This is like I said, y'all. Black folks are waking up to the benign neglect, continued benign neglect of Black Americans, especially. And we are folks are actually starting to really speak up about turning to alternatives as far as this upcoming election. So let's check out what some people have been having to say regarding this electoral season in relation to Black people.
And it worked. But of course, Simone Sanders acted like she didn't know anything about it. And when she got called on it, the best she could do was say, well, the 94 crime bill wasn't perfect. No, it actually was perfect. It was meant to go after Black people, to specifically racially target us, and it did that. Those laws worked exactly the way that they were designed to. You see, we also remember, though, how Joe Biden made a bunch of phony promises 4 years ago. He promised to lift every voice plan, whatever the hell that was. But after he won the presidency, he never mentioned it again. He promised a White House-level police accountability commission. But as soon as he was announced the winner of the 2020 election, he immediately said that he changed his mind because he suddenly realized he just didn't have time for a White House-level police accountability commission. He only realized that after he won the presidency. He also promised a George Floyd Policing Act. He promised a John Lewis Voting Rights Act. Whatever became of any of that? Now, sure, most of these empty gestures weren't even substantive, but they were specifically promises that he made to black voters in exchange for our votes. But even these empty do-nothing gestures were simply too much for Biden to do. He only proposed these gestures because he could see black voters were going to stay home in 2020, just like we had in 2016. He had to pretend to be serious about policies meant for us. So black voters gave him a chance, and no sooner than they called the results in his favor, Biden was already backtracking on all of it. He hadn't even taken office yet, and he was already saying he wasn't going to do any of the stuff he promised. He was determined not to set a precedent where black people are actually going to get something for their vote. That's what this was about.
All right. So yeah, any comments on Joe Biden's inability to deliver on his promises that he promised black folks specifically in exchange for our votes, which is a really big deal.
Police and politicians and thieves are all the same. Police, politicians, thieves, all the same thing, man. They're making these promises to get these votes without any intention on delivering. Plain and simple. If you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Yeah, man. You tripping. You tripping hard as hell.
For real.
And I don't mean just up and down the tarmac either. He real life, like, and the same thing with Mitch McConnell. Like, a lot of these people just coming into office very old. And, like, these figureheads act like the people don't know what they can and can't do. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't just make both Democrats and Republicans agree to pass a certain thing. Like, he does what's in his power. But a lot of that stuff, he doesn't have any intention on backing up. Like, he's just there to talk.
Well, I guess they don't call him Jim Crow. What he's called? Jim Crow Joe?
Yeah, Jim Crow Joe.
Yeah, I think he just fooled the people, man, to get the votes. I think he's a very racist, undercover racist that's putting in a lot of policies to put black people in jail and keep them in jail.
Crime bill, 95, 94, 94 crime bill.
Yep. And wasn't he a senator at the time or something? He signed off on it or advocated for it.
He heavily advocated for it. Before that, he was a state senator and worked very closely with a segregationalist. We hear a lot of that from Kamala Harris before she became a bootlicker. I'm not bootlicker. I mean vice president.
Oh yeah,
Shushan.
Isn't that amazing?
Well, I don't know, man. I think the Democratic Party is just it has gotten us to be very, very much so dependent on a government system that does not have our best interests at heart, man. So,
all right. Before you get Kanoed again, I mean, what's that man name from? What's that dude from Mortal Kombat? I don't know, the one that throws the hat.
Kung
Lao. Yeah. Before you get Kung Lao, what do you think about politics?
First and foremost, I dodged that fatality. Yeah. I noticed this. I'm not the biggest person in politics. I try to get into it, just try to understand the disparities that happen to our people, but it do seem like Joe just came up with a bunch of promises, and we had to pick one racist over another one. We probably should stay with the latter of the previous races.
Okay.
man,
all right. All right, agreeable. So one thing that so due to like this, I mean, I think we all pretty much agree that okay. So one thing that we all kind of seem to agree on that, there is not a lot going on with the what am I trying to say? I think we all kind of agree that the Democrats have been for the most part failing with the black community. Although a lot will typically argue that, hey, if it wasn't for the Democrats, we wouldn't have to have things like the what's that called, the
Obamacare?
Yeah, Obamacare, yeah. Which, I mean, some people like the Obamacare. There's people that like the Obamacare, but like I've also heard bad things about Obamacare as well. But I mean, then other things like insulin prices and just like the general things that the Democrats do to help most people, whereas the Republicans seem to put a lot of that funding into things like the military. You know what I'm saying? So so that it is important to note that that the Democrats do seem to be the more humanitarian party between the two. But you know, it kind of just you kind of have to be really well aware of like the details of what you're voting for before you actually jump the gun and assume that one party is better than the other in all aspects. So there's like it's not just simply about who's doing the most for the people. Sometimes it's about the migrant situation, and that's a big talking point of a lot of FBA brothers, because a lot of us are pretty content, or a lot of us are pretty convinced, right, that that the migrant situation is going to hit hard in the black communities first, and black people first. More for the reason being that these people seem to be in mostly low income, already crime infested places for the most part, but mostly places that is just that needs help already, or the people that are living in these neighborhoods need help, and all the help is going to these migrants instead, and that's due to the actions of the Democrats. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, it's a lot to unpack, and just voting blue no matter who it's not the take. It's not what we need to be going after here on out. Is it going to be? I'm going to leave it at that for right now. But from here, and those videos, that video was presented by good, very intelligent brother. Goes by the name of Professor Black Truth. Very interesting name to say the least, but he definitely put a lot of work in. Has a whole lot of subscribers, and like I said, we definitely appreciate his wisdom on, especially here on the Chicago Black Delegation. Coming up next is a video from a good friend, Fanatic, and he has a lot to say as a reminder to black people about the Republican Party, and especially Donald Trump.
Trump said to black people when doing his election.
I say it again, what do you have to lose? Look, what do you have to lose? You're living in poverty, your schools are no good, you have no jobs, 58% of your youth is unemployed.
Isn't that amazing?
What the hell do you have to lose?
He said, you're living in poverty, your schools are no good, you have no jobs, 58% of your youth is unemployed. What the hell do you have to lose? That was his appeal to black people. You think so lowly of us that we have nothing to lose. It's not I'm going to give you anything on your platform. It's not I'm going to actually pay attention to your needs like I did for these poor white folks in Appalachia. It's what do you got to lose? Y'all are failing anyway. That's your bill? That's your bid? Disgusting. How about if I talk to literally any of you guys about what stop and frisk was? Every black person who has any education will immediately tell you how absolutely atrocious stop and frisk was for black folks. We all knew it. I think they called that broken windows policing. And basically, cops used that to just immediately harass any black people. You would just be black walking down the street and they would stop you, frisk you, trying to find stuff. They were predominantly searching black folks and couldn't find anything. There was nothing that said, hey, yeah, we're guilty or any of that. Eventually, they got rid of it and said, hey, it was really unconstitutional. It seemed like you were just targeting black people. It didn't even do anything. It wasn't effective. You never found contraband on these people. It was awful. You were harassing random black people. Black people didn't feel safe just to walk down the street. You know what Trump said when he was running? We should bring that back. We need to bring back stop and frisk. It was a great thing.
But I really don't believe in New York City, stop and frisk, we had 2,200 murders, and stop and frisk brought it down to 500 murders. 500 murders is a lot of murders. Hard to believe 500 is like supposed to be good. but we went from 2,200 to 500, and it was continued on by Mayor Bloomberg, and it was terminated by current mayor. But stop and frisk had a tremendous impact on the safety of New York City, tremendous beyond belief. So when you say it has no impact, it really did. It had a very, very big impact.
The man has been antagonistic toward black people. So has the Republican Party. I can hate Biden all day long. That doesn't mean that I don't see the Republican Party for what it is.
Okay, so again, that's just a friendly reminder to Black Americans that because there is a, despite the inability or the continued benign neglect of Black Americans or Black American issues, directed at the Democratic Party, of course, that does not mean that we should lead pathway to voting for the Republican Party. Fanatic here is making the case that, granted, it's a problem that Democrats are participating in this stuff. They don't want to solve this. They want to come up with solutions for Black Americans. It does not mean that the Republicans are jumping at the opportunity to serve the Black American community. You know what I'm saying? So I want to turn this over to my panelists. What's y'all kind of take on the Republican Party as it stands right now? Specifically Donald Trump, since that's the kind of the next, the runner up here, the guy that's leading the charge.
I mean, okay, shit. Well, but with the Republican Party, I mean, it serves those who see it as useful, like the upper class, middle to upper class. Those.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of Black people that say that they made money when Trump was in office. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why they voting again for Donald Trump. That's like it's definitely pertaining to what your current disposition is towards. Towards individualism for the most part, from what it seems like at least.
Yeah. But it's clear that, his overall message is for America, but I mean, what he mean by that, white America.
Okay. He
has to give us a section talking about your schools are horrible, you have no jobs. There's plenty of jobs in the hood. It's just people got to go out and get it. You know what I'm saying? People don't, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people aren't motivated, you know what I'm saying? And that's why unemployment is so high.
I would say that's a big reason why. I don't want to put all of it.
Can't say it's number one.
The thing is, like, these are jobs, but these are like Walmart. You know what I'm saying? These are like jobs where there's not not all of them, but a lot of them are just kind of dead end jobs where there's not going to be much more progression within the job itself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, very true. Very true. Dead end jobs is all around us. And it seems to be the most highest paying jobs for the working class are dead end jobs, like coal mining, oil rigging. Those are dead end jobs, but I mean, it pays a lot. Shit, working at home with disposal pays a lot of money for the working class. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it leads you nowhere. It's just money to get you just to get you by, paycheck to paycheck.
Paycheck to paycheck, yeah.
You know
no wealth being built. With no wealth being built, there'll be no ability, no mobility to create things for the community that can solve your issues.
Exactly.
It's the wealth that's going to be able to. It's the wealth that's gonna that can change things for your community for the better. They can, or in other words, change the trajectory of your communities.
Yeah, exactly.
Anybody else? Any extra statements?
Well, like I said before, I feel that Trump will be the lesser of the evil.
Interesting.
And I just don't think that Joe Biden has the best interest at heart for blacks. Like I said before, I don't think that Trump's an outright racist, but I do think that he doesn't really give a fuck about black people. And just like Biden, I think that he used whatever talking points and tactics he can to get the votes from blacks. You know what I'm saying? My position on it, I feel like I'm going to just take the couch and not vote for anybody. Keep my votes local. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe that if Trump was in office, I don't think he would do anything directly to try and criminalize or harm black people. I mean, the stop and frisk thing or whatever. Yeah, I think he has some bad takes and some bad views on certain things in relation to black people. But I don't think he has set plans out to denigrate or put us in imprisonment like Joe Biden. Joe Biden has actual plans to harm blacks. I don't think he has that. I just think he just have a non-giving a fuck kind of perspective for black people. So.
Okay.
I'll take the couch on it though. I don't think I'm voting for nobody. Shit.
Okay. Let me ask you something real. People get thrown this a lot with the whole who cares about black people when in presidency. If you was the president, right? You have all these policies and rules and stuff like this. You as a black man, would you push your efforts towards the black community first before every other community? Or would you try to diversify what you do because you are the face and the president of the country itself?
That's an interesting question.
Before you answer, I only say that because if you look at the presidency and what it is to be a president, you can think of it like, what's a bad example of a reference? You say that because the Avatar, right? Mm-hmm. He could be born an air nomad, he could be doing a Fire Nation nomad, whatever the case may be. Whenever he takes rank, he has to make the betterment of the world as a whole, regardless of his allegiance or what he's born to. So
you have to speak for him.
Regardless of his allegiance or what he's born to, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to imagine that most people that get into the presidency because of racial connections are typically going to look out for their own first to some monetary degree, right? And then I think that's a problem because black people, white person in there, black people don't really get much shit out of it. If a Mexican ever made it in there, nobody really getting that shit out of it. All of Mexico will be the new America. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I get where you're coming from. So, in politics, if we're not paying attention, when other races, other ethnical groups get inside of any type of political power, they do look out for their own people first. That's just what it is. Everybody does it. Now, to kind of piggyback off your point, if I got into presidency, right, I wouldn't do anything to necessarily harm black people. See, the thing is, what we're saying is just leave us the fuck alone. They don't do that when they get into office. Mm-hmm. They have a agenda to make sure that we are at the lowest possible point to where we can never come up and never get past that glass ceiling. That is my issue. I don't give a fuck if he ever does anything for black people. Mm-hmm. I just want when people get into office and when they get into these political powers and the powers that be, stop doing shit to make sure that we are in a very fucked up environment. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And what I see with a lot of people that are in power, they make sure that they over-police our neighborhoods, give us the lowest quality of food. They make sure that we are in an environment that we cannot rise to be better than who we are. If America just left black people alone, we will surpass most of the races here in America within about 50 to 100 years or less.
Well, that's debatable, but
it might be, and that's my opinion, right? But I believe that.
So to your detriment, and you're right, they do tend to make policies and stuff that kind of fuck us up, right? But so here's the problem with that though. Whenever you're looking out for your own people, other people are gonna fall behind because of it. You see what I'm saying? Whenever you get a new job, whenever you get a placement in life or money status, what the case may be, you get that car, what the case, you are putting whenever you put your people first, other people are going to fall behind. You know what I'm saying? When you get your kids into that private school, somebody else's kids ain't going to be able to get in there. So when you're in presidency, and you be like, okay, I'm not gonna do anything to white people, Mexican people, Dominicans, whatever's in this country. I'm gonna just do for black people. But the only way to keep them in power or put them in a position to get power, you have to take power away or the potential power from other people. There's no even way to do that.
Not necessarily, and I would say this: that has been done to us for how many years now? Where it's like a person gets into a position of power and then elevate their own, and then leave us behind. Now, I believe this. This is my opinion. I believe that if you were to help blacks be into a better economical situation, it would in turn boost the economy of America. You know what I'm saying? Because blacks do create businesses. Black people do spend a lot. We have $1 trillion in spending power that we give out to other races of people. It never circulates.
Mostly white people. Mostly white people because of the bills we have to pay. That's where most of that money is going. Just so you know.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is that if you were to put blacks into economical power, you wouldn't be harming the country at all. In fact, it probably would start helping other people.
Well, it's not,
because we don't spend dollars outside of the U.S. Every other ethnical group spends their money outside of the U.S., whether they sending money back to their families, whatever they're doing, that dollar is not necessarily circulating in the United States. So when you give money to us, it circulates. You know what I'm saying? It circulates right back in the U.S. and it builds the economy.
But somebody has to fall for others to rise. That's just how the world works. Period. You know what I'm saying? Because let's say, for example, you get in presidency and you put black people up, right? You make your whole cabinet black. You put all black senators, a whole judicial system black. You know what I'm saying? Everybody black everything. Mm-hmm. And black raising the power to the equivalent or more than white people. Mm-hmm. So let's say this is just hypothetical. Mm-hmm. What race is going to fall behind and now become the new black?
Hispanics.
No, I identify they might be right behind us.
I don't
hold on. And then on top of that, blacks be like, oh, we don't have anything. We got nothing for ourselves. This is not our country, not our land. How do you feel about the Native Americans? They got tiny little spots over there in Montana, southern Washington State,
Oklahoma.
And maybe in Oklahoma. Small piece of land that they have to stay on. They can't go nowhere else. They really gonna fall behind.
That's what they wanted, though, right?
Yeah, that's what they wanted, and that's such a debatable topic because
that's not what they wanted.
That's such a debatable topic because we're not absolutely 100% sure that it was just those so-called Native Americans. There has been evidence that there were black people here already in the United States. That's not something that I want to go deep into, but it's a lot of $5 Indians too. A lot of white folks claiming to be Native Americans that are not Native American. You know what I'm saying? Now, to go back to your point, I don't think that if you put black people into power, I do not believe that we're the kind of people that will get into power and start beating down on other races of people.
Oh,
I just haven't seen it in my time. It may could happen because when you put somebody in a position of power, it does create this kind of like macho kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They did an experiment with that when they had the students do prisoners versus prison guards.
Yeah,
and those people. And it was just a experiment, just a study. But they saw that those people that was in power, the students that was in power, were overdoing it. So I don't know, but I would say this: I don't think that nobody will fall by the wayside. I think that at this point we're all capable and intelligent enough to pull ourselves out of poverty. What I am saying is, stop trying. This system that we live in the United States is systematically trying to keep us down. If they just left us alone, we would rise above everybody here, I believe. That's just my opinion.
So how do black people maintain power if not taking potential power from anyone else? Because someone is going to rise and take your crown. That's just the proclivity of the way the world works. This in every culture.
I don't look at it as taking power.
It would be.
You're looking at it as like You're looking at it as like I come up and I say, hey, I'm the new king now. You're the peasant. I look at it as we can coexist, and I'm in a power position versus you're in a power position, but I'm in environmental struggle. Just like with the rats, like we can talk about the rat experiment when they took the rats and put the rats into a bad environment, and those rats were less intelligent, those rats were more violent, and those rats were harming the good rats. They put some rats in a good environment and put some rats in a bad environment. The rats that was in a good environment, they were more intelligent. They flourished better. Everything was better. They took them same rats and put them into a bad environment, and them same intelligent rats became less intelligent and even went to the environment of the so-called bad rats and stole all of their shit.
Now you just proved my point still with even that analogy. Because you had to take something from someone to put yourself in a predicament.
But here's what I'm saying.
Because that's how the whole experiment went. They took from one and gave it to the other, and they watched the decline of one set of rats versus another set of rats. So when you're talking about people that go into presidency and they want their people to come up, somebody has to be taken from.
No, I think you're missing what I'm saying. I'm saying leave us alone and let us build our own communities. That way poverty becomes less and less and less. See, the problem that we're having in the United States right now is that a certain amount of people is subjected to poverty, and that's what in turns make these so-called violent people and these people that you and it's not a power thing. It's not that I'm coming to take the power away from you and put you in my position. I'm asking to be left alone so that I can make my position better. I can't make my position better if I'm constantly being pulled over by the police, if I try to get a fucking job, or if I try to do something better for myself, you come and tear it down. Plain example of that is Tulsa, Oklahoma, when they was building their community and these motherfuckers, white motherfuckers, military dropped bombs into.
So let me ask you a question.
It's not a switching of roles. Is what I'm saying. It's not a switching of positions.
Why do you
going
think
to power and then putting you in power?
Okay.
No, I'm saying I'm gonna finish. I'm not going into power and then putting you in poverty. We're not switching roles. That's what I'm saying.
So why do you think they are doing that? This group of people. Why do you think they are constantly keeping black people down?
It's fear. It's fear on so many. It's fear on so many levels.
You know what it is. Fear of what?
It's fear that they feel that we're going to do the same to them that they've done to us. It's fear that
the taking of power.
Hold on. It's fear. It's fear that the narrative that we are less intelligent and less than them will prove to be not true. That is what it is. See, they have pushed this narrative to so many people in America that we are less intelligent, we fight, we're violent, we're all of these things that they have pushed on TV and all of these narratives they have pushed on these people to look at us less than, and they fear that when we rise, that narrative will no longer be true and that they have spewed out a bunch of bullshit. And then on top of that, they feel like we're going to do to them what they've done to us. And I don't think we'll.
You're just covering the nuances of the taking of power still. To keep their people in power, they have to take power from us. They can take power from other races. If you want to keep your people in power, keep your people in relative, keep your people in positions, you have to prevent other people from being able to take that position, hence the taking of power.
But that doesn't mean they're going to be in poverty.
You still have to take power.
We can take.
You have to maintain the rich.
We can take the power, and white people will still be okay. We will never do to them what they've done to us.
We are not a kumbaya race. I don't know why you keep treating black people like we are.
I didn't say that we were.
High fives and smiles.
I didn't say that we were, but I believe that if we were in power, we would never try to purposely keep them impoverished. They purposely try to keep us impoverished.
You know, a big majority of black people don't like Mexicans.
Big majority of Mexicans don't like black people.
Okay, right, no,
so
right. But see what I'm saying? So if you have a big majority of black people that get into power, who do you think they're gonna mistreat? The people that did them wrong and the people they don't like to begin with. Just like the white people, they treat black people wrong because they have an opinion of us, and they treat Mexicans like shit because fuck them.
Like, we live with Mexicans though,
right? But see what I'm saying?
We're
so I'm not. So, all right, to hammer all this down, I'm not saying you're wrong, but what I am saying is that if someone goes into presidency of a particular race, they're going to uphold their people. But to maintain power, the only way to maintain it and keep your people within power, you have to keep other people down. Can there be a rainbow kumbaya amongst all the races? No, absolutely not. Too many cultural differences, too many different religious beliefs. all the things like this that separate us as a people as a whole, as a human race.
All right, I know we want to move on to the next subject, but I have to ask you this: if there is a king that rules over a certain society, do we have to keep those people down, or do they have a mutual understanding and respect for him being the king?
Okay, I got a counter question. Name a culture or a kingship that did such thing. Name one.
I can't name one,
Exactly.
but I can tell you this:
because you got the Egyptians and the Hebrews.
There are cultures. No, those were outside people that come in and take over.
They still were people that were put down and held into captivity.
They could have had their own kingdom. They wasn't put into captivity on purpose.
Okay, you can look at the tribes in Africa that do the same things to each other. They're the same people looking at each other. You can look at the different cultures that go to European. When you talk about the Scots and the Irish, when they got into power, they held people down to keep the Scots in power. They kept the Irish down. It's accommodating the Germans and the Jews.
I mean, you are right. You are right in that sense. But what I'm saying is, if I'm a village of people and we have a king, and I'm the king, do those people mutually respect me? They're not trying to overthrow me. What I'm saying is, the United States is one. We are not a divided, separate entity from someone else. You're saying like the U.S. That would be like the U.S. versus Britain or something like that, or the U.S. versus South America or something like that. And then those people feel pushed out and different from the U.S. and now they want to come and take control and power of what we have. What I'm saying is, we are one village. We are one people. If blacks were in power, then other races of people would just respect it. The same within the army. Like, my friend become the sergeant and I respect him, not because he's my friend, but because he's the goddamn sergeant. It is his turn to rule. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to try to overthrow him or get mad at him and say, well, you pushing me down. No, it's respect the power. That's all I'm saying. We don't have to, because black people are in leadership roles and in power, that doesn't in turn mean that we have to push the next person down to where we just came from. That's all I'm saying.
I think I'm pretty sure he knew what you were saying the whole time. Y'all was just, I think y'all studied each other like 3 times already, but that's fine. Jay, don't respond to this. But Jay, do you have to take on what kind of, you have an opinion about what they just spoke about before I say my piece, and we gonna move on.
No, man, I ain't got nothing to say about it.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, there's going to be exchange of wealth that happens. We are living under a capitalistic system that is likely the best economic framework that humans are going to be able to come up with. It's not necessarily the system that's flawed; it's just the people that flaw the system. With that said, that yes, again, there's going to be exchange of wealth that happens. I would argue that the best way of going about that redistributing some of that wealth, right, is to go after the people that attain that wealth by nefarious means. And I'm talking about racism, right? Talking about redlining, talking about even predatory loans. If you can prove that to be a thing where they went after black people because of the color of their skin, which some people have proven that.
Yeah.
So it's like when you kind of redistribute the wealth back into the hands of the oppressed by those means, then yeah, it will naturally flow into the right hands. I mentioned this a few times already. Currently, black people only make up between 14 to 20% of the United States population. Yet we have less than 1% of the shared wealth in America. Just for everybody to understand, apparently there's a lot of different understands what wealth is. Let me just define that real quickly. Wealth is defined as the money that you have left over once you're done paying all your bills and you're done paying and your belly is full. And all the stuff that you don't want to spend your money on every month, all that stuff is paid for. It's the money left over. What you do with that money is considered to be your wealth. Also, things that kind of contribute towards your wealth is the things that you purchase, such as your home, such as your car, your location. It can be considered as a sort of a wealth. Like anything that can also lend to your propensity to gain more money can be defined as it's all under this umbrella of wealth. Again, with that said, as far as raw money, as far as raw income, whites make up 60% of the population, but they hold 90% of the wealth. And I'm just saying, for with black people being such a high population, but such a low wealth share, and you're looking at whites being 60% of the population, but holding 90% of the wealth. I mean, come on now. I mean, they're not gonna do. I mean, obviously not to pick on like the poor whites or anything like that. Of course, there's poor whites, but for the whites at the highest echelon, that they're just essentially just they're just holding on to their money, holding on to their wealth, and not doing anything with it. When there's people out here that they owe money to, you know what I'm saying, that are also starving, so on and so forth. It will make sense for us to go after those people, in my opinion, or what I would rather say, it would be okay. The wealthy that hold the nations, the majority of the nation's wealth. I mean, Kanji, you probably do understand this as well, especially with your understanding, your research. The only the people I want to say the top 10% are the ones that make the $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
And then I believe the top 2%, is it the top 2%? Either the top 2% or the top 10% has more money or more not income, but more wealth than the bottom 90%. I think it's the top 5%.
It's like a 1% thing. Ain't like the 1%.
Yeah, that's crazy. So if you tell me the top 1% has more wealth than the bottom 99%, is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it is 1%.
So that's all I'm trying to say here. If they lose it, they not gonna. They still be able to live well.
I do have a question. You said white people hold 90% of the wealth. Black people hold
as a group, as a collective,
as a collective,
which is kind of unfair to the poor whites, but it is, you know.
Yeah, that's what it is. And you said the black people hold what percent of the wealth?
Less than 1%. That means they live paycheck to paycheck, more or less.
What are the Hispanics and the Native Americans percentiles?
I do not. Or Native Americans. Well, the Native Americans is it's such a weird concept because they don't even like. They live outside of the norms of society. They don't even. Do they even? I don't like. I know they get funding for their communities and stuff like that, but I don't even know like how do they even like. I don't. There's too much I don't know about Native Americans. So maybe I should research on it. But the only thing I do know is they do get money for upkeep of their communities. But I don't even know if they exchange money like that outside for things like beer.
You ever seen that?
No, they go to liquor stores and buy beer and stuff.
No,
that's all I know is they get.
But Albuquerque, I think they get taxed.
When I was working out there in New Mexico, Albuquerque, most of the homeless I came across were Native Americans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then like when you look at their communities, it's fucking tinfoil houses, those elongated houses that sit on stilts.
Yeah. Yeah, I would admit that's an issue as well. I definitely don't think blacks should be picking on them. I don't think blacks should be picking on anybody that's under us.
Yeah.
But I would definitely suggest punching up in a situation like this. If we can, but as far as I'm concerned, if you would have asked Marcus that question about what Marcus do, higher thinking do as far as money, as far if he was president, there's some things that blacks are owed money on, and then after we get that, I'm cool because like I think in my opinion, blacks should shoot for a wealth share that is equivalent to our population density. Once that happens, I think we should start actually contributing towards the upbringing of other communities.
Can you explain that? I don't really understand.
So what I mean by it is if we're 20% of the population, once we receive 20% of the nation's wealth, then all the wealth we receive after that should go towards the upkeep and upkeep of the other nations that live within the nation of the United States. I think
that's a good answer.
That's a fair. Yeah,
that's a good answer. That's a great answer.
So what that would do is instead of white people giving massaging all of these other nationality groups. And no offense to those nationality groups, obviously. I'm glad y'all, living comfortably and things like that. But if they start massaging, blacks to like they massage these other nationality groups, we don't have a mothership, right? We don't have a nation to send our money to, because I mean, good job, motherfuckers. Y'all erased our history. You know what I'm saying? So again, we don't have anything to send money back to. And you know what? Some of us believe that we ourselves are Native Americans. So we will hold even deeper connection to this way. Cut me some slack, but I'm just saying that's for that population.
Yeah.
That's for that population.
At this point, we are Native American. I mean,
let's not. No, we're not doing this. You're triggering them.
Listen. We're not going to go down there. The whole world is black thing. We already been you that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I ain't trying to put us on the same point as those Native Americans, but I mean, shit, we have been here as long as anybody, and we are old.
Okay, there's a different.
We're old as much as anybody else is out in this motherfucker.
Okay,
so that's what I'm saying.
I mean, is there any proof?
Hey Jay, just understand, there's like a big conversation in the group chat regarding that, and he's talking about something different. He's talking about something different. He's not talking about what
we were talking about.
What King Savage is talking about.
Jesus.
Okay, can I ask this question though?
What you got? Oh wait, well, let me just finish. Let me just wrap up my point. I'm gonna get right to you. So, like I said, so when they massage the businesses of Black Americans and ADOS, aka Hebrews, aka American freemen, then yes, we will have a higher propensity to assist to the other nations, because we will be able to empathize with those other groups. You know what I'm saying? And if you for the selfish among us, we are gonna have to do some in-house cleanup to make sure that the stingy ones among us are dealt with. But all I'm trying to say is, if America invests in Black people, they are also investing into America. If they invest into these other nationality groups, they are investing into their motherships, which is across seas.
Okay, that's fair.
Can I ask a question?
What you got?
What is the, in your opinion, man? What is the fear? What is the reason behind it that they're not trying to do that?
Well, yeah. So I remember you said it's a fear. For me, see, so I'm a nice person, right? And I believe in good faith. So with that understood, you're gonna have to contend with them offering the defense of, we're just looking out for our own. And there's arguments around that. I'm like, motherfucker, y'all 60% of the population, why y'all got 90% of the wealth? Things like that, you know what I'm saying? And then there's other ones that will kind of take the conversation from the poor white standpoint. Or that some people try to say weird things about, oh well, y'all got, what about your black what's that fucking word? Privilege. What about your black privilege? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Things like you can, and these are really easy debatable or argue. These are easily dismantled arguments. You know what I'm saying? But once you shave off all that meat and get directly to the bone of the matter, it's going to be something besides preservation of the white race. What white people are struggling with right now, especially white men, is I want to say incel so bad, but that's not the right word. It's not. That's a different conversation. They're not incels, right? These men can get sex because they have money to buy sex. It's just, come on now. When it all said and done, they can buy some prostitutes. So they're not incels.
But we know it's a different energy, though. You know what I'm saying?
I'll agree with that. Yeah. But they have a problem with their women right now. Their women are wearing all these weird color hairs. They're stapling wieners between their legs. They're going across seas. They're getting with like men of other races and stuff like that. Like, they have a problem with their women right now, even though they're doing a pretty okay job of hiding it. Shout out whatever podcast. That was for you. But yeah, even though they do a pretty good job at hiding it outside of some, a specific podcast stuff like that, this still is very much so a pretty decent problem. You know what I'm saying? So again, to answer your question, Real, they will tell you it's the preservation of our race. We're worried about replacement. We're worried about people replacing us. we're worried about this, and we're worried about that. What they're truly worried about right now is their declining population, but that has nothing to do with their wealth. That has more so to do with their inability to connect with their women.
Man, that's something right there, man.
All right, thinking, baby.
Hey.
Anybody else?
Oh, I'll go with Devin now.
All right. Y'all heard it from here first, and that will be y'all will get a short of that.
Oh.
All right, let's begin, and we can move on.
As bad as you is.
If you ain't gonna be into you, then who the fuck is?
Oh God!
You gotta love yourself, you know.
Yeah,
self-love, man. Shit.
All right. So this is gonna be the last week. We've been going for 2 hours, so this one is gonna be a little bit on the long end. We got it's probably like gonna be 10 minutes of footage altogether, maybe about 14 minutes of footage. So like I said, try to
keep it short.
Try to keep it short, but if you got something, if it's
What's
on your
that?
chest, it's on your chest.
Oh, that bad?
That is bad, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I do want you to get your moments in, Kanji. Don't get me wrong. I do want you to get your moments in.
Who was this?
The queen pen. You know what I'm saying? This is the queen pen. You know what I'm saying?
Nina Brown, bro.
There you go,
yeah.
Nina Brown. Hey.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna give like the brief.
Y'all
you know
got some names for her. Okay.
The HBITCH in charge for sure.
Oh shit. Okay.
the prize.
On the real.
So when I kind of present the video, I'm definitely gonna kind of give a basic run through.
Right.
Okay.
So just to get them up to speed. But yeah, like it's like what I said earlier. Just gotta keep it brief. Try to keep the examples to a minimum. Try to understand y'all arguments like the first couple times, so we don't keep bouncing back. So
I don't
we
think
keep
it's gonna be.
repeating ourselves and
I
stuff
don't
like
think
that.
it's too much argument with this because we all pretty much agreed. She crazy.
Yeah, which is great. What was one last thing? Oh yeah, that's what I want to say. If you want to say something, just go ahead and say it. I will pause the video and then we can get into discussion because like I'm gonna just more or less run this through at a higher speed just to kind of get through a little bit faster. And then, but again, if you have something to say something, and then we'll pause the video and we'll go into it. But I'm not gonna stop otherwise until unless I get to one of my points where I'm gonna stop it.
That's fine.
So yeah, y'all follow?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, everybody, everybody kind of say something too. So All right. So what's up, everybody? Chicago Black Delegation Podcast back again once again. And we are back talking about our favorite mayor that's like a couple towns down, Tiffany Henyard of Dalton Township, or Village rather. Wow. She has been on a tear lately, hopping on a couple different interviews, meeting, what's that man name? Roland Martin, and basically running game on him. Y'all probably didn't see too much of that, but yeah, she lied through her teeth. Right in his face, and so much so that he actually had to come up with a response video. He don't normally do that as fast as he did with Tiffany Henyard, with this coverage of Tiffany Henyard. But yeah, he bounced right back with some receipts detailing, hey, this lady lied to me. Like, what the heck is going on here? You know what I'm saying? But living large, Tiffany Henyard, making pretty good money and pretty good clout. With all of this exposure that she's beginning off a community, off of a village with a population size of only like 22,000 people, which is relatively small compared to like most other townships and villages. With that said, I mean, man, she's probably a gold man for content at this point. From hopping into a town hall meeting with dressed as Nino Brown, playing like really funny music and stuff like that, to flat out channeling her inner Cookie, you know what I'm saying? From Empire, you know what I'm saying? She don't stop, you know what I'm saying? So here on the Chicago Black Delegates Podcast, we do much so appreciate we definitely do so much appreciate the energy that she brings that she offers to the conversations at these town hall meetings, and like I said, what she does for YouTube in general. She has a podcast coming up where she's gonna be saying more wild stuff. And turned to find out lately, she actually is gonna be under investigation currently, thanks to a recent thanks to the decisions of trustees in one of the latest town hall meetings, which is not going to be this one, but we'll cover that at a later date. Anyway, anybody here got any quick comments about Tiffany Henyard before we go into it?
Before we get into it, the funny music you was talking about, she literally played Rihanna "Bitch Better Have My Money" when talking about the citizens having her tax money ready.
Ooh. And imagine, so she's strong arming like this small population who's have a household income of about $57,000, and that's pretty below the poverty line. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Especially for people that have bills to pay and have a house to upkeep, right?
Also, another issue in Dalton, they've been talking about like small business owners. If you're not willing to contribute to her campaign, you can expect to be shut down within a year's time.
Somebody got in trouble for feeding the Dalton trustees. You know what I'm saying?
Extorting motherfuckers too?
Yeah, in a little ways, yeah.
Damn.
What you say?
I said she extorting motherfuckers too.
Oh yeah, it's tough, man. Yeah, she shut down a catering business because they fed the trustees during one of their town hall meetings. It's pretty wild. I don't know if it was during the town hall meeting. I just know that he fed the trustees. That's holding her accountable. Oh, wow. And there was repercussions for that, right?
Crazy.
So yeah,
she's a gangster.
Any last words for Bay?
And she's sipping the Fiji water.
What?
And she's sipping the Fiji water.
She is. Ain't that? Yeah. She.
Hey.
She couldn't get the
only the finest.
It could be Fiji
water bread.
No. That's not.
Jewel?
No, not the queen bean.
Oh
no. God. Okay. That's the Black Griselda.
Oh, nice! I just learned who that was. What perfect timing that was for my personal life. All right, so let's get into it, y'all.
Look at that mug. She's so serious.
The House said in reference to the email that you got.
Manager, we'll be playing this at 1.5 times speed just to kind of get along.
Guess what? It's been taken care of. I got a whole armory of ammunition with not a bill. So it's been taken care of. So I don't know where you get the information from or who's emailing you, but I have no problem with sitting down with you.
All right, so I'm sure y'all kind of missed it because we kind of hold on. I'm gonna have to edit a lot of this out. Give me a second. I forgot I put it on the thing already. 20812.
It's the seriousness for me, like.
Yeah, you gotta see last week's episode. It was pretty wild.
Man, she's something else.
She's something. Yeah.
See that front swoop, boy? I mean, straight been.
She got the police for her own personal bodyguards.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all watch Raising Kanan?
Yeah.
Rock ain't got shit on her.
No. It's like rough.
Yo.
Okay, yeah.
It's just some crazy stuff.
Uh-oh. The House said in reference to the email that you got, so you say as far as vehicles being repossessed.
And real quickly, this audio is kind of on the weird side. It has nothing to do with us. It's all them. It's all their side. So don't think it's, I'm gonna try my best on the replay when we make a video out. I'm gonna do my best to juice it up some. Dalton, y'all need to hire me as the video editor. I do pretty decent work as far as audio is concerned. But yeah, I will be. I can fix this type of stuff, not for free.
There are no dog vehicles being repossessed. I know exactly who you're talking to. And guess what? It's been taken care of. I got a whole armory of ammunition with not a bill. So it's been taken care of. So I don't know where you get the information.
So real quickly, before this point, House, one of the trustees had mentioned that they are having a problem with money with not just the police cruisers, from what everybody else has been talking about, but also the ammunition. So I know a lot of people, which you've been hearing on TV, right, or on all the YouTube channels, that Dalton trustee Tiffany Henyard has, I'm sorry, the association rather has not been paying any bills and has gotten to the point of owing a bank. So I believe it was the bank. I'm not really sure. We'll find out really shortly. But yeah, they owe about $73,000, right? That for those police cruisers. They're about to get repossessed, right? So in case anybody didn't know about that, that's what's currently happening. But addition to that, right? The police force don't have ammo. Wow. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen to a police force that does not have ammo for their weapons?
Yeah, that city gonna be burning.
This is going to happen. These guys are going to be on their bicycles with nightsticks trying to stop crime. These migrants are going to lap them in resources and ammunition and weapons.
They're going to be blowing their whistles riding a bike.
Yeah, while these dudes in the fucking when they riding in Hellcats with Uzis and shit like y'all not finna do anything with. So yeah, I'm probably gonna play like a little section. I'm probably gonna play a little section to catch people up to speed. That's pretty much what Jason House was reporting on. That's what this guy's responding to.
From who who's emailing you, but I have no problem with sitting down with you and saying, guess what? This is what's going on. But you won't do it because, guess what? It's fact. So anytime you want to sit down with me to find out what's going on with the police department, trust me, I have no problem with it. I have no problem with it. But don't sit up here and say what's going on as far as I know without false narrative. That's all I'm saying.
Well, thank you for that. I also emailed that to the finance director, village administrator. So this is the first update I've got. So I think.
Wow. You know what? What's the problem?
Can y'all hear it probably? Or is it too fast?
It's like a bunch of chipmunks going at it, but it's cool.
Y'all can hear it though?
Yeah.
You can? Okay. I want y'all to be able to follow it too. I might slow it down to 1.25.
This could have been taken care of before you got here.
If I would have got a response,
You chose to wait in front of the people. You chose to wait. I'm sorry.
I emailed.
Let him finish. Come on.
Yeah.
Let him finish.
To get to a
They just tell him to stay in my business.
No, he said, relax, Jay Rashid. No, she said,
Isn't that amazing?
no, man. She said, let him finish, bro. That's he said,
sorry.
say it on
just
business. Holy
sorry.
crap. No, so I want y'all to pay attention to what she said to Jason House regarding letting him finish. Like let that one sit in real quick. And again, the police officer, the chief there, who's gotten in trouble for particular reasons, right? What happened? Yeah, she said he's responding to Jason House regarding these allegations, and also this email saying that there's some things that's not being paid. Where the guy, where the police chief has said, "Hey, we got plenty of ammo. We ain't worried about ammo, and the car thing is being handled right now." And Jason House is saying, "Hey, we got receipts saying that these people want their money, and just because they have a lot of ammo does not mean that they're not finna get ammo. They're not finna get more ammo because they ain't been paying their bills. We call that the deflection, right?
Wow.
So like I said, you gotta really peep game when you gotta really kind of like hone in and really pay attention with the way they try to spin shit around and create narratives, right?
To a board meeting and put it in front of the people, and you got everybody laughing and think it's cute. It's not cute. You're not going to put my guys in jeopardy. I'm going to tell you right now, because the police department is the heart of this village. Because when something happens, guess what? You call the police department. If you don't need the police department, don't call. But don't sit up here and say, guess what? What's not being done. That's done. And if you want proof, I have no problem with it. But sit down and talk to me. Don't get in front of a board meeting and say what you say.
I'm sorry. I want to pause real quick. Do y'all agree that the police we don't got to make a big debate out of this. Do y'all agree that the police department is the heart of a city?
No.
I would say probably the
people.
Hell no.
The people are the paramedics.
Yeah, yeah, people the paramedics is a good answer as well. But it's definitely not the police officer. That's like the knuckle or like the fist of the
fire department. And that's the people you like to see coming. Nobody like to see the police coming.
Yeah, right. Hey, that's facts. That's facts.
Sorry.
All right.
That's all I'm saying. Get your facts straight first before you come to a board meeting.
If I can get a response,
no. And I get that part. But you know what? You can also get a response from me, the head of the department, because they can give you the information that you need.
few minutes.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Tangent.
So let me address what's the AP process. Since we all don't work together and you all work in silos, each department head enters their own invoices. They make their orders, they talk with vendors, they know what they need. So if you did have a question about where their orders are, if we have not received the invoices, they have not been inputted, the person to go to would be the department head. So when he's saying, can you please speak to me about the invoices, it's because he really knows the status of where the service was, who was ordered, and whatever was going on.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not going to belabor the point, but I want to pray for those who despitefully use me and speak all manner of evil against me, so I will continue to pray.
What did he just say?
He said, I'm gonna continue to pray for all those that I want to pray for all those that continue that speak manners of evil against me. And he's just the preacher guy of the community, and I don't know why they got this guy here. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You finna start praying?
Huh?
You finna start praying?
Check it out.
And each one of you, if you can just ask yourself, have you ever come to me as a department head and asked me, what do I need? I can say, Clerk Key, every time she calls, she's honest, and she sends me an email, I respond back immediately. Okay? Not one of you. I spoke to you, Trustee House. I honor the seat, but I don't respect what you say. Because I spoke with you personally, and I asked you, I said, Jason, maybe you don't like the way I do business or like the way the mayor do business, but can you tell me, we've said this face to face. I said, tell me one thing you've done since being here for 8 years. You said this out of your mouth, and I quote, I've done nothing because no one asked me to do it. Okay, you can refute that, but you and I had that conversation. And so just think about it. Tell the people what you've done. Okay, Trustee Belcher, Trustee House, Trustee Norwood, Trustee Tammy Brown, what have you done to help these people? Okay, maybe I've erred. Okay, maybe I've erred to be passionate about changing people's lives. But you tell me what you've done. I don't take offense to it. I just continue to take charge. So I appreciate it. Give me an opportunity, but we need the trustees to hear what we're saying as department heads. Come to me and ask me what I need my department for you to start taking things out, because you don't know how that affects our residents.
Yep.
I need to be recognized.
All right, go ahead.
Let me first start by saying, Mayor.
So in case people are like not really following what's kind of happening, there are now the trustees, right? They all kind of make group decisions on what things that the city can pay for, right? So there'll be a bill presented, and then every trustee votes on if they're going to pay for it or not during that particular time. Now, if the city is doing well financially, they'll say yay to everything, right? But if there's some things that don't sound right, that the city doesn't need, what may, then they'll say no. And the trustees during this town hall meeting was expressing their why they've been saying no to certain things. And on paper, it looks bad. Like, why are they saying no to all these things that the townspeople need? And let's pay attention, and they'll express completely why.
That's the issue that we have. You say out your mouth, oh, you don't say what you said. It's not your job to tell me what to say. 22,000 residents, when they voted, they gave you permission to say whatever I decide to say in this seat. And that's what you do not understand. You sit up here with these smoke and mirrors. This is not a dictatorship. You're not Putin, and this is not Russia. This is a democracy. That's why we are here. You say, oh, me and my people in the back, we do this, we do that. They don't do anything. They don't do anything. First off, our job is legislation, because I know someone asked about our job. Our job, could you let me finish, Lauren? Because right now it's not the time. Let me finish. So, as the legislative branch, our job is,
isn't that amazing?
to oversee the finances and to create ordinances. That's our job. So first, when you all sit up here and say, oh, well, you all voted no for this, you all voted no for that, that's our job. That is what the people elected us to sit up here and do, to monitor the finances, because they know, the government know that there may be people like you who sit up here and just spend all willy-nilly without the board's discretion. That's why we put ordinances in place. You say, oh, well, what about the money? What about the money? Our job is to oversee the finances. But yet, I have an email here where Trustee House is asking, hey, guys, we haven't received a financial report since September. Hey, guys, we haven't received credit card statements, so we don't know what's been spent since June of 2023. This is almost a whole nother year. Payroll reports. We haven't received the payroll report since December. So when we talk about...
So real quick, now what she just described there was like there's a lot of auditing work. There's a lot of money numbers they're not getting, they're not receiving, so they can do their jobs properly. Like, how are you going to be able to do an accurate job of managing the funds of a community if you don't know where the hell this money is going. You don't know how much money the place has. Like all of these, like these are really important documents that these trustees need to be able to participate to do their job correctly. And she just said that they haven't received these documents in months. You know what I'm saying? That will help them. That will assist them. And again, making the right decisions for their communities, for this village of Dalton. This decision comes directly from the head. This miscommunication comes directly to the head. That's Tiffany Henyard.
Now, what we're doing, this is what we are here to do. At the end of the day, when they say, oh, well, put this back in the budget, put that back in the budget. First off, they don't even follow the budget, because if they did, we wouldn't be $7 million in debt if they did. If we did, we would have the mayor spending an overtime of a whole entire $1 million. We're talking about the police. We're not saying the police is not doing a good job. What we're saying is you're assigning all of them to be with you when they should be out here protecting the residents so we can all feel safe. So you sit here and say, oh, well, we did get them the paperwork. Why would we be in court demanding to receive paperwork in which we received? That's the thing. When she sit here and she say, oh, they're lying. So what do? We went on YouTube and provided receipts. People love the receipts so much because now they can see who was lying and who was telling the truth. But what did our administration do at that point? Cut off access. So now we can't see credit card statements. We don't know what's being spent. We talk about what's scary. You know what's scary to me as a trustee who had the people elect me to do this job? What's scary is not how much is in our bank account. That's scary. Not knowing what position our deficit is in. When we last checked, it was a $7 million deficit in September. So let's talk about that. You sit up here and you demean us all day like you have children up here, and which you do not. Do your job. Be a great leader. Talk to your board. You all say, oh, well, they want to prove this. They don't know what's going on. How about it's your job to be a good leader and tell us? That's your job. We shouldn't have to call you every meeting. Call my phone. How about you be a good leader? Bring our peace to the forefront. So not just us, but the residents and everybody else in America know how the money is being spent. But residents, if she loves you so much, why won't she present the RPs for the board? Because that's all we're asking for. We're saying, hey, spend the money, get the services, but let's get the best bang for our services. Why are we paying $10,000 for a tree that costs $1,000? But she say kickbacks. Who's receiving the real kickbacks? And that's why we're asking for receipts. Show us the information. Give us the facts. You sit up here, you talk about what we're doing, what we're not doing. Just do your job. Don't worry about my job. My job is to sit up here and do what the residents elected me to do. The residents email us and say, oh, well, Public Works is being informed by the mayor to tell us that we haven't paid the light company, so residents can't have lights on their block. But then she also stated that, she drive down Sibley and she see that the whole Sibley is lit up in Christmas ornaments. So we don't have the money to fix these residents' lights. Their safety is not a priority. What's a priority? The lights. So we can look as if the job is being done in Dalton.
You hear what she just said right there about especially regarding the lights?
Mm-hmm. That shit is crazy.
You got Christmas lights up, but people down the street without power. That's like emblematic of like the priorities. Yeah, you get it. Like that's the emblematic of like the lack of priorities or the mishandling of priorities within this township. They want to look cute, but it's like missing teeth, but like powdering up your face and dolling up your face with makeup and all this other nonsense to have the effect that you're really ugly on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Like you're sick on the inside.
So pretty much, this lady has her house nice, immaculate, and lit up. So when I pull up, but the rest of the town is together
on every corner.
With police on every corner that can identify that I'm a Henyard Bay, and that I can pull up and get a check or two. So that sounds. I mean, that's messed up for Dalton. Good for me.
Well, he doesn't remember what his role is in this podcast. Any other comments before we move?
I like her, man. She really holding Tiffany's
accountable. Yeah. She doing her thing.
But when deep down inside, we're overpaying for services, all of the services. We're in a deficit. So,
trustee, you got to reel it in. We got to reel it in.
So, like I stated, have her talk the facts while she's up here with these smoking mirrors. Have her show you the information. Why she can't put it on the website? Why you all can't see it? She sits up here and say every time, if we're not in a deficit, prove it to us. They say, you all cut off the credit cards. Trustee Belcher said, can you show us where we cut off the credit cards? We have our finance director saying, oh yeah, I have it. Can we have it sent to us? Why don't we have this information? Why are we asking for information that's supposed to be provided? So again, I'm going to say one last time, this is our job. And until my seat is up next year, whether we win or lose, that is what I'm going to do. So if I see charges being overcharged for, no, I'm not going to vote on it. So tell your mayor to bring the RFPs in front of the board and let's do this like a regular government should and say, hey, John wants to pay this much, this person wants this much, what should we do, board? That's what you call inclusiveness, working together. But yet she wants to do everything alone and then sit up here and say they're not doing anything. And at the end of the day, we're supposed to be a team. Thank you.
All right, real quick. Ron, you back there? Just stand up for me real quick. Stand up for me real quick. Stand up. I just need a yes or no. Do we do RP and bids? Yes or no? Thank you. So stop. Get your facts. Hold on. That's it. That's it. Sit down. Go on to the next people because I just hate that they lie so much up here. So anyway, go ahead, Stacey. Go ahead. You got the floor, Stacey.
As it relates to lights, I don't know if anybody can recall 5-6 months ago, the bills were not being paid, which created a situation where everything bagged up. Services do not stop because bills did not get paid. Services will continue to roll and accumulate more debt as we go. We have to service the community. As it relates to whatever you may see on Sibley, those are two separate things. Our lights and our holiday decorations are two different things. If we would pay the bills in a timely fashion, we would not be behind with these vendors. They would still be working. It's only.
See what he's trying to do though?
He definitely tried to sweep that.
He tried to say, those are two different things. They're two different things, son. What you not understand is what I said earlier, right? There's priorities here. Two different things. There can be two. Yes, you can argue all day you want. I'm sorry. You can argue all you want that these are two different things, but what you also need to understand is there's a hierarchy of priorities that's being misplaced there. You're putting a lot of money into holiday decorations and activities for the kids or just activities in general for everybody, and then pavement on sidewalks, and then these other things that should not prioritize over I don't know, people's houses being flooded, or people's basements being flooded as an example, and not only that, but like there are some things that they were supposed to pay for. There's been some things that's supposedly being paid for already, but they haven't been paid for yet, and that's a concern.
Yeah. That's he trying to take up for Tiffany?
Huh?
He trying to take up.
He's rebutting.
What she just said about the lights and stuff, right?
Yeah, he's rebutting the whole lights situation.
I'm just trying to get who my colleagues are. Go ahead, continue.
Because the bills weren't paid for 5 months and then randomly started back 8 months.
Can I please say one thing?
Yeah, he making sure he's staying.
It's not what we are saying.
They.
What the residents are telling us. Residents
Get
are
on
calling,
board.
telling us that they're being told that the bill is not paid because the trustee didn't vote on it. Who don't pay their light bill? Who don't pay their gas bill?
Trustees.
The necessary thing to keep your house functioning. So that's the same thing you do here. You pay the necessary things that need to run your household. And then you get up here and say, respect. Respect is earned. It's not just given. You want respect? You give respect. You want to be disrespected? Then you do the things you do now. I'm going to sit up here and go up the back and forth. I'm going to say what I got to say and keep it moving. And as far as some of these folks sit up here and say, call me. You can't call me. Because they don't give you a damn answer. You can't call them. You need services for the residents. You can't get no service for the residents. Because they don't return your damn call. So while we sit up here going back and forth, tell the damn truth. We sit up here every month and do the same crap every month, back and forth. You want this crap to stop? Let everybody sit down at the table and hit your mess out. Stop getting up here and then say, oh, no, the trustee didn't call me. Hell, I can't call because you don't return my phone call. You can't call. I didn't get yet. So I haven't called you. But I have some people I have called. No, that's not return my phone call. So you want to get up here and say that people get it all out of shape because the lies go back and forth. I don't have to lie. There's a fair before and I said it again. I don't have to sit up here and lie. Vendors are not being paid. The emails I said, you want to see it? I can see it. I said that every damn month and nobody wants to see it. It's not for shame. 3 years. And you just
audio technician bill.
thing when you came in. This traffic needs to stop. It's ridiculous. You still go back and forth and all the life being told. Yes, they got to tell them. Administrators, you don't get nothing back. So I'm going to tell you, talking about I'm going to say. I'm going to say you got to say something. That was a lie.
Yeah, so now that was a lie.
So she doing a lot of yelling. What's the excuse of where all the money going? Like What are they saying?
So let me go to what Jason House said, and we can close this out. That was a big part of this.
Yeah, we got to wrap this up.
Direction on that.
I'd like to read the bills for December 31st.
Second.
Is there a motion and second? I don't mean to get out of order. Can you stay on track with what we're talking about, which is corporate bills? If you want to say your comment, you can say your comment after it's a motion and a second on the floor, trustee. Trustee. It's a motion and second on the floor regarding the bills. Can we stay the course?
Trustee.
You can make your statement after we're done with the bills, trustee. But you want to leave though, right? This is how we get nowhere. We get nowhere because you guys want it your way. Y'all don't follow no rules of order. Y'all want to get out of order when y'all want to talk. But come on.
What y'all got, man?
She a boss. You know, she doing her thing. She's setting the standards down. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's the camera, right?
She got a sugar baby.
Bae, listen, you don't gotta argue like that. Let me argue for you. Man, just cut me in like a checker too. I got you. Continue on, gentlemen.
She got a sugar baby hood nigga. He about 23 years old.
Oh my God.
Folks been in and out of jail. He about there cracking cards. You know what I'm saying? Cracking cards and living hard, man. You know what I'm saying? She like him rough. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Okay.
I ain't worried about it. Don't worry about the rest. That's for the find out y'all been up to 1 second. Don't worry about it. But what I'm saying to you is stick to the agenda. We on corporate bills. This is why we stay here all night. All night. Let's keep going. Go. Talk about the bills. What do you want to supersede and do? Trustee.
And just go through the vote. But everybody was giving examples. So we want to talk about the bills and what the board set out. The bills are not being paid currently.
I'm going to let you.
You hear that? The bills are not being paid currently. So why are y'all ringing me through the mud, or the rest of us on the mud, for not offering services or not approving of the funding of these different avenue or these different what are these people called? The people behind them is pretty much representatives of like township functions, like, or services, if you will, and they're throwing the fingers at the trustees for not approving of funds for their people. You know what I'm saying? But you just heard what he just said. We're not the bills are not getting paid. There's a problem going on within these people that's trying to get these kickbacks. You know what I'm saying? What's going on with these kickbacks? Who's getting these kickbacks and why? And how come these kickbacks aren't going towards these people that's complaining about their people not getting paid?
You out of order, but I'm just trying to show y'all how y'all be so disrespectful. And y'all expect.
And she just not letting. Tiffany is not having it. She is not letting this.
She's speaking into the mic to make sure she's the loudest person heard. So
come on now.
The respect to be respected. You out of order, trustee. Stick to the facts. The facts is on the agenda. We on corporate bills. Talk about the bills. So what do you want to talk about as it relates to the bills? That way we can get through the entire agenda. If we keep stopping.
That is related to the bills, Tiffany Henyard. He's talking about the bills. He's talking about the bills that's not being paid.
Because everybody want to argue about whatever their point is, because that's not what we're talking about right now. We're talking about corporate bills. So let's get through going back and forth about what bill y'all gonna take out, what bill y'all not gonna take out. Let's go through that.
So
go to the bills.
And I will name for State Bank, which is our police vehicles, the Durangos and the Fiats for Public Works. That bill was approved by the board May of 2023. We received an email stating that those cars will be repossessed if we do not get any payment. That email
I want to take a real brief moment to show off this email. It is very, very easy to find. This is from State Bank, actually, saying that that there is an outstanding payment of. Let me see if I can zoom in here. There is a outstanding payment of $76,000, right? And that these, and that there's gonna be a, there's gonna be a default, and
You just looked this up?
Yeah, it's really easy to find. You're leaking? Just go to Google.
Oh,
and it comes straight from USPS, certified mail is, like it got everything you needed to see. But this is like the email they was referring to. that these 2019 Dodge Caravans, I guess they got some VIN numbers as well. They got all the VIN numbers here actually. That's pretty interesting. But these cars are going to be repossessed due to non-payment. And they're gonna, like I said, check it out for yourself. But yeah, he didn't pull out. He didn't pull out of nowhere. He didn't pull out of his butt, especially.
It'd be funny as hell driving around Dalton, seeing little Fiats with Tiffany's face on the side of it.
Yeah, that's probably why they cost so much.
Hey, listen, I'll take the picture and make sure they got a good side.
All right.
You are really a fan of it.
Hey, listen, man, I'm trying to get this money. Stop playing with me.
All right. Come on. Relax, guys.
Nobody responded. So imagine my surprise 7 months later, I get an email, and I forward the email over like I do the other 15 that I received. No response. And then come in here and say, oh, the board cut something out. I'm going over. These construction repaved all those streets. We're happy for that. Board approved that. June of 2023. They are owed $300,000. Just got an email 2 days ago about the police ammunition. Hasn't been paid. Overdue, December 23. That hadn't even been presented to the board. So the board is approving what's needed. Another one, I'm getting calls about electricity, lights not being put on. Residents say the board hasn't approved it. MEAD, which is the light post. For those who are not getting their lights turned on, board approved that.
You hear that? The board actually approved of it. Then what's the hold up?
The funds.
Somebody is like that young lady said. Somebody is how do I put this? The board is approving these things, but for some reason there's a disconnect between the people that's supposed to be writing the checks and sending it over. So that's what they're supposed to need to get a handle on.
September 2023. Lights still not on. MEAD still has not received the payment. So this circus is being put on right now about put something back in the budget. We've seen there. It's been reported, and you know this is gonna end up with another video because we're gonna put the documentation out there. Everybody, we can come in here, say what we want to. At the end of the day, vendors are not being paid. Board approved it. The vendors are not being paid. So when we sit here and we talk about how we don't have the only item from the police budget specifically, and I'm saying that I understand from each one. I understand that everybody up there had to say what they were told to say. To be honest, but I'm gonna say this. No, the police department works hard. The fire department works hard. Public works works hard. That's why I don't take any offense at what's being said, because I know where it's coming from. But if we're going to just talk about this in real terms, the items taken out of the departments was the overtime. And that's because the overtime is being spent in ways that it shouldn't. But if we want to talk about more officers, gladly, we put that in there. And I've just listed several, and I have more items that have been approved by the board. People still haven't received the checks. Brother Moore, you prayed us in on unity. You prayed us in. It came with the most divisive speech I heard in my life. Don't pray for me no more.
Don't pray for me no more. I felt that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Don't pray for me no more.
Yeah,
I felt that. G.
Yeah, for real.
Oh shit.
If we're gonna do this and we want to be honest about it, let's be honest and be direct. But if we don't sit here and keep doing this, because I really wasn't gonna make no speech. I was gonna sit here, but it's just coming. I have a superseding motion to amend the bills as read, removing. And again, I said this is the last meeting. This is set up for a fight. It's set up. I'm gonna read the same things that I read last meeting because it was given to us again. This meeting to approve to take off the list. This is nothing new. It's the same stuff last time. But when the mayor doesn't get away, she puts it down there and keeps trying to shove it down your throat until you have to approve it. Amended motion, please remove the following items. On page 2, Aurelio's Pizza, $131.63. Page 2, Best Western Plus, $300.18. Page 2, Chicago Midway Airport, $200. Page 3, Cooper's Hall. Can't go without Cooper's Hall. $557.68. Page 3, Dollar Tree, $145.32. Page 3, Food for Less, $107.99. Page 4, Ivy Jerk Hut, $1,356.22. Page 4, Italian Fiesta, $113.59. Page 4, JJ Fish and Chicken, $68. Page 5, Johnny T's Bistro and Blue, didn't know we had one of those, $90.30. Page 5, Kirk's Barbecue, $676. Page 5, Potbelly Sandwich, $126.57. Page 6, $674. Page 6, Sophia Tamales and Corn, $2,400. Page 6, The Tasty Crab, $458.79. My superseding motion is to approve the bills as read, removing the items listed.
All right. So now that you made your motion, now we're going to let people respond. You guys need to pause when it comes to order in here. You have to give respect. You guys want respect, y'all have to give it. I am your leader. I am the one that won by 82%. I am the one that
Tell
killed
him.
you, Trustee Jason
Tell
House,
him.
you, Kiana Belcher, that never wins anything over the hump.
Ooh,
That-
tell him. Tell him.
I'm the prize.
That's how you guys have your seats that you have before you. So when you get in these board meetings and you act a fool, y'all should stop. Because at the end of the day, all we've been doing, everybody, is fighting since I became mayor in the village of Dawson. I never thought in a million years that my team, the team that I ran with, including Allison Key for the clerk, would sit here and turn on me the way y'all did right, a week, 2 weeks into taking office. That showed me that you guys would have been planning, plotting, meeting. People already been snitching on y'all this entire time. It's said. But I sit here and I let y'all say whatever y'all want to say. But when other people want to talk, y'all want to interrupt, get mad, not let them get their point across. Y'all need to stop. Just like I sat here and I took everything y'all said.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of mad I ain't got like the gunshot sound effects. I'm gonna get that.
I keep telling you, Don DeMarco.
Man, where's
Invest.
Marco? Where's this woman?
The West Side. What are you talking about?
And
No
then-
offense, West Siders. No offense, West Siders.
I
Y'all
can just hear it in her
got
voice.
to learn to do the exact
Oh,
same
now,
thing, but it get too hot to catch you that you got to jump in and got to engage with people while they trying to get their point across. You guys can make assumptions, say whatever you want up here. You don't know the day to day. Y'all get to a board meeting and don't even ask questions before you get to the board meeting. But then we put on a show and try to act like people not paying bills, people owe money, people got all these issues. That's what y'all do. And y'all could have easily, I keep saying what? Call my phone. Call my phone.
Ain't
But
nobody
nobody
answering
in
the
here
phone,
does.
lady.
Y'all don't want to amend this. Y'all don't want unity. Y'all don't want to work together. Y'all don't want to do the will of the people. I got a problem with that. And how dare y'all keep telling my team that they are made the same thing. All my teams are go-getters. All of them. Nobody have to.
Hustlers.
God damn.
Go get her. Yeah, they
Hey,
go
she
get us.
wildin'
All right.
though, man.
They
She
go out and
wildin',
get.
like-
They out and get. They go out and get people to hustle. That's what that's about.
Twist their arm, make them do stuff. We don't do that here. They got a mind of their own. And you guys mad because they telling y'all what it is. No one make them say things. They know how to talk. They know what the problems are. Y'all cut their
Oh my
department.
God,
Their
not at
department.
all engaged.
Like you trying to talk to the mayor. These are the day-to-day operations that they do, that they govern. But y'all sit down with them and
Talking
say, hey,
past people, you know what I'm saying?
hey,
They
Terrell,
don't
what do you
engage with
need for
what each
public
other's
works?
saying.
Y'all get all these complaints that go out, all these notices that go out that say, hey, we got a water main break. Hey, we got this going on in town. All these issues. But you never once, if y'all want to be leaders, y'all got to act like it. Y'all know, y'all not leaders. Y'all followers. Stop following each other. Because nobody can lead nobody that in your group. Not one of y'all. Y'all sit here hurting the village, hurting the town. I have a problem with
What you say?
I wish somebody would really like throw a shoe at him. like, where are you talking? Talking about some y'all need to act like leaders.
I don't got time to be getting hit with shoes, Rashid. Okay, that's gonna take me to jumping in front of her and taking a hit. Like, stop it.
Bro, no, somebody should like for real. Like,
You
she
gonna
just
see me do a
going off.
matrix and
And I hope you catch the word of it. Jumping in front of it for her, because her ass deserve it. G, like I don't care.
Man, yeah, we don't want our friend, our panelists getting hurt from a shoe.
Then we get up here and grandstand every board meeting. And then don't you get up here talking about no 2 meetings when they can't get through the first meeting. Don't do that. We got to get through the first meeting. We can't get through the first meeting as it relates to paying bills or passing things. Let's say the further board. We can't get through that. Because we got to sit here and go over, okay, I'm going to take this off. I'm not going to pay this vendor. How do you know what the vendor had to do? How do you know why one of these people called the vendor to come in and do a service for the resident?
They don't normally
Y'all
go
don't
like
know.
this.
But y'all get up here and y'all cut people. Why?
She from out
Why?
west for real?
Y'all don't ask no questions and you just cut. That's targeting. Y'all are targeting people. That's discrimination.
That- it really
Y'all are
explains
violating
why
the
she
Open
is the
Meeting
way
Act.
she's
1,
from
2,
out
and
west
3.
Illinois.
She said that's discrimination, bro.
oh no.
She's getting discriminated. She feels discriminated against. That's love. I love it. This is fantastic TV right here.
Y'all are supposed to do that. But y'all, how y'all in secret squirrel meetings and y'all exclude myself, Trustee Sam Brown, and Trustee Andrew Holmes. We don't know what y'all plan is until y'all come here. Y'all come here and y'all.
No, that's the thing though. They mean okay. Well, according to Jason House himself, during these meetings, they do offer an invitation to everybody that's supposed to be involved in these town hall meetings. It's just that the reason they have these town hall meetings is because Tiffany Henyard cancels the official town hall meetings. When so that will give reasons for them to hold these secret squirrel meetings so that business can be handled. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't just, you're not supposed to just go a whole month without having these town hall meetings. That's just from my understanding.
Yeah.
Put on the show. But because it's fun, that's what it go. That's the problem. I got a problem with that. And Brittany, don't you repeat everything we just said up here. I don't got time for it today. So all I'm saying to y'all is we got to do better. We have to do better. Everybody ain't got to talk because everybody talk. Everybody ain't got to say a comment because everybody talking. We sit here and I said, come on, y'all. Let's just go through the corporate bills. Let's just get through it. But everybody got to grandstand on their point. And then when I say something, now everybody got to say something back. When I give everybody the flow, say whatever y'all want to say. Y'all got the flow. You don't got to respond after me. Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet. The mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing. That only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work. No work. That's my issue up here. So everybody that made a statement that said all they do is work, that's all they do is work. Anybody that know me, I am a workaholic. We work nonstop. We in this village till 11, 12 o'clock at night when y'all sleep, when y'all at the bars. Y'all. I'm sick and tired of y'all not doing y'all job. Name one or
I just, mind you, there was a town hall meeting. If I didn't get what I said when I said the first time, there's town hall meetings that she cancels, and that these people take time out of their day to call the town hall meeting without the mayor and a couple of the trustees themselves. So, no, there are people that are working when she's out there chilling.
So she pretty much finna go on a tirade. That's what she doing.
It's almost over though.
That y'all did that benefited the people. One. Y'all can't name one, right? Because every order y'all ever made was beneficial to you guys as trustees, to y'all attorneys, to y'all. But nothing for the people. But everything we do for the people. But we under attack. We get scrutinized in the media. For what? Loving on the people? Showing them that they matter to us? We go.
Again, like, this is so weird. Like, this is what I said earlier in another video. So many people just do this thing where they talk past each other and they don't talk directly to people's arguments. You know what I'm saying? You know something about this, Kanji. They're not using. I'm sorry, she's not using like ad hominem attacks here, but she's just throwing out other shit that ain't got nothing to do with anything anybody said. You know what I'm saying? And because he literally had just said, hey, we do pass bills. It's just that the bills that we pass aren't getting freaking paid. There's a problem. That's what the point of contingency actually is. But she's trying to push the point of contingency towards areas that have nothing to do with the people of Dalton. You know
so pretty much moving the goalposts.
Moving the goalposts, yeah.
Yeah, that's some M87 Steve shit.
Ooh.
Done, continue.
Going through the fires for y'all. We, us, me and my administration. So don't y'all ever talk to them like that. Don't y'all ever tell them that they was told what to say. Because they don't. They got minds of themselves. And they all educated up here. All of them got degrees.
Holy
shit. How dare she say that? Holy crap. I didn't even catch that the first time she said that.
Tell him.
How dare she say everybody up. That dark-skinned dude, the dark-skinned dude, the one that's talking about the sidewalks.
I remember that.
That nigga's a mailman.
Wow.
He's a mailman. Everybody's educated? By who? Bro, I know mailmen, all right? You know how much education the majority of them dudes got? Carriers Academy. You know what Carriers Academy is? That's the place you go to learn how to carry mail. That's about as educated as that brother has gotten. Bro, oh my God, don't get me freaking started. Get this. That dude, the mailman, he's in charge of the finances. You know what's that man name? Jason Housey, what he does on his day job? Yeah. He's a banker. He deals with money all the time. That other lady, Tammy, what's her last name? Belcher. She sees over. She does finances, and she sees over 19 businesses. She deals with money on the regular. They got a mailman in charge of the freaking bread. What are we talking about? And they're educated. Oh my gosh, I didn't catch that the first time. I never caught. Oh my God,
that's how easy it is to get a job with her.
Don't start with me, man.
Stop with the disrespect. We're going to end that right now. Stop. We elected, not them. So don't bring them in our fight because you guys got to bicker with me. When y'all want to fight, I told you, you meet me at the polls. That's it. All this right here, this ain't what we're supposed to do. Because at the end of the day, we're supposed to make sure we take care of the business for the village.
Bro, no, we supposed to hold you accountable when you messed up. Like, come on now. This is triggering.
So the village runs smooth. So we ain't got no issues. But y'all wasteful spending. Spending money left or right. But y'all ain't telling the people that though, right? Y'all ain't telling people none of that, right?
Quiet.
He gotta say quiet.
It's a shame that it's a joke. It's a shame that you get up here, y'all grandstand, and ain't developing nothing. While we study trying to grow the village, make the village move forward. We need support, trustees. We don't need trustees that's not gonna do the work of the people. That's what I'm asking you guys for. And if you don't want to call me, call Keith. You want to call Keith? Call a lawyer. But y'all not gonna do that. And that's what I'm tired of. We gotta sit here and do these speeches every board meeting, be here till 10, 11 o'clock at night. Ain't even got to the agenda. Because everybody want to say their little sideways stuff, then now we got to sit here trying to remember what y'all saying and then say something back. Just to tell the residents or show them that we are doing what's right. Because y'all got false narratives out there. Y'all should be ashamed of y'all. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Okay. All the stuff that y'all did to get people to come to our community, to just diss and down our community. Shame on y'all. Because when I want to attack and take any of y'all seats, I run. I run for the seat. I don't do smear campaigns. I don't do all this mess. It's nonsense. Because at the end of the day, we still got to live in this village. Oh, well, y'all don't live in the village, but we still got to live in the village.
They live in the village.
Y'all got prostitute rings. Y'all got car rings on y'all block. Dogs, stolen dogs on your block. Brittany Norwood, 2 doors from you, and you don't even know it. Come on. But you live here. Y'all stuck with the nonsense.
Okay, so
y'all do
just start reading her bullshit. Like, come on, you can't do that. You cannot just try to pull somebody like what she just mentioned. That was one of the trustees' names she just said.
Yeah, there was some prostitutes ring or a loose dog or some shit on somebody's block.
Like you acting like you ain't got a whole fucking whole receipt list of shit that you've been spending your money on. Like what the fuck?
The hypocrisy is crazy, and I don't normally get on people about the hypocrisy, but this hypocrisy is like ridiculous. This
is off the meter. Off the meter for real.
It's off the meter.
Stop. I'm sick of it. Trustee House, you been picked up out of feds, right? The FBI got you at the U.S. Bank building, right? They came to see your computer and everything, right? But you won't tell people that.
I can't wait to see this shit.
Y'all don't tell people nothing, but yet y'all point the finger. Don't get me started. Trustee Belcher, you and your friend, you and your boss right here. Everybody want to come muscle me, and they mad because I won't go. I'm tired of it. Stop with the mess. It's time out for that. Told you want to see you run. You run for it. But don't put lies on our community. Don't put lies on my name. When all I've been doing is working. But what y'all got to say about what y'all been doing? Stop. I'm tired of it. I don't attack y'all like that. I don't even think about y'all. Because when I'm done with today, we go back to work. But yet y'all trying to sit here and figure out what I'm going to do next. Oh, okay, let me call the news. All right, let me make another post. Let me do this. It's sad. And y'all talking about people laughing at us. Yeah, they laughing at us. You think it's just Tiffany Henyard? No. Us. A group, a team. The board of trustees included. Us. We. Wake up. Stop following blind. I keep telling y'all that. Educate yourself. Learn. Learn. But y'all won't. Everybody want to earn, but don't want to learn.
Just continue on.
Get a clue.
No, you missed it. She said, y'all want to earn, but you don't want to learn. Bars.
Go ahead, ladies.
Jesus.
Bars right there.
Grab that. See how I said?
Oh, angry.
All right. So yeah, man. Oh yeah, I know you had a good time, Kanji. Trustee Kanji.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, listen. She know where to reach me. Call my phone. You need some lines done? Need some people beat up? Come up missing? Call my phone.
Anybody want to let's do like a last round table about this video, and then we can kind of wrap it up.
I got no thoughts about that. She tripping. Like she is tripping. And she's so smart the way she's tripping about it too. Cause she up there trying to pretty much, like you said, deflect. Everything they're saying about her, she's saying about them as well. The spending, the hidden agendas, and all the stuff like this. Oh, now it's they doing it, not you. Real?
Man, I don't know where to go with this one, man. I just feel like this woman is man, she's very ghetto, man. I'll say that. She's very ghetto. Man. And I feel like I really feel like her shit is on the stand, and she trying to, throw shots and put everybody else's business out there.
Yeah, that's a big one right there.
It's like, lady, just address the point. Where the fuck is the money going, and how we gonna fix it? You know what I'm saying? She think people are trying to slander her and trying to bring down a black woman in power. I don't think so. I think people is looking at it like, damn, where's the money? Like the police ain't got no ammo. That's crazy. The police about to get their cars repossessed. It's crazy. that right there is enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Damn. That's all I got to say.
Man, she said, if y'all taking down Nino Brown, taking down everybody with me, boy.
That's trusty.
You ain't lying. That's exactly what it is.
You got a prostitution ring on your block? You got missing dogs on yours?
You spending your money on?
She said, y'all got me fucked up.
I was thinking the same thing. And this will the New Jack City shit for real.
Oh man,
shit hit the fan. I can't wait to see how this play out. I just can't wait to see, for real. Like, once the investigation's all through and everybody see what's up, I just want to see how this play out.
I just thought about it. This is almost New Jack City.
This is New Jack City, but Dalton, bro.
No, because you will be Ice-T.
I'm crying.
And you'll be the white guy, except you black. Because you get the shades and the hairstyle.
Isn't that amazing?
Yo!
Hey, yo, I'll tell you right now, I'll take that role, son. You don't even know me, son. You don't even know, son. I'll do that shit, son.
Oh, man.
Just to get up and...
Everybody want a short.
Alrighty.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for doing it for the gram, Jay. Yeah, man. I'm definitely.
It ain't Jay, it's Ice-T, you heard?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I'm in full agreement with you guys, man. I'm glad that y'all definitely caught some things I definitely didn't catch at that point. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much everything y'all kind of said, man. Like, she's just I mean, all the spotlight is on her, and she's just trying to take everybody down with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, it's unfortunate because at the end of the day, it's the people of Dalton. I mean, I know y'all heard this 99 times before, but it's the Dalton Township people that's facing the problems. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna take the updraft of like it's gonna be taking the majority of the consequence of their inactions and her greed. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, hopefully, you know, pray for these people. Don't pray for these people the way that dude with the glasses. don't pray for me. Don't do that. Yeah. Hey, bro said don't pray. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yo, don't be that guy, man. Just
pray for me no more.
Hey, come on. Look at this. Look.
Me? That dude do like Jay Rashid. Yeah,
Kanji, right here. Right
I
here,
could have
buddy.
waited after. I could have waited after the damn podcast. But yeah, like for real though, it probably low key is New Jack City. But for the most part, yeah, like it's definitely a good thing that she's being held accountable, and I'm glad she did that. It's good that she's being held accountable, and everybody in the spotlight is on this specific situation, because this is, you know what, and I want everybody. I want the how do I put this? I want to bring people back into reality for a moment here. This is a town of 20,000 people. In a suburb that's relatively close to Chicago, but it ultimately is not going to affect almost anybody watching this video. You know what I'm saying? And what I want to say is, what I want to highlight especially is, yes, this is entertaining. Yes, she is a complete character. She's like, you can probably think of like 3 different boss chicks on TV that she's essentially emulating in these speeches and stuff like that. Like you probably have seen a movie with a Tiffany Henyard in it. You know what I'm saying? But what you are gonna have to understand is that not all of these town hall meetings, not every town hall meeting that you need to watch is gonna be as entertaining as this one. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of corruption going on in Chicago, especially, but it's surrounding cities as well. I mean, looking at you, Harvey, looking at Riverdale. It could. I mean, I've heard things about Sauk Village. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So don't look at this situation as like an offshoot thing that is never gonna happen again in a town near you. No, this is we need to be looking at this as an example of why we need to be paying more attention to our town hall meetings. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, the only reason this is getting so much attention it is right now is because Tiffany Henyard is a character. She's an entertaining person. She is, I mean, she just made a YouTube account because she wants to start a podcast because she know her face is gonna generate views. You know what I'm saying? But your mayor is not gonna generate views. Your trustees are not gonna generate views. However, that does not mean that they're not corrupt people. They're not getting secret kickbacks. That there's not quote unquote secret squirrel meetings and stuff like that going on. What have you?
Secret squirrel meetings.
You need to pay attention to your town hall meetings, and you need to start voting locally. Because if you don't vote locally, these things are gonna go right over your head, and nothing's ever gonna get changed within these communities. You want to get mad at Joe Biden? You want to get mad at the lack of options at the 2024 election between Donald, as we know, referring to Donald Trump versus Joe Biden? Well, these people wouldn't be where they are if everybody took their local voting as serious as they did the presidential electoral elections. You know what I'm saying? These things, like real true change politically at the very least, it starts from the local level. Get involved in your local politics so we can slowly change the trajectory of black politics, especially in black communities. Anybody got anything to say about this video?
Nah, you said yeah.
Let me just drop a little bit of a
boy.
Thank you. I know. I'm a genius. I know. I'm aware.
I get myself into this.
But yeah, appreciate y'all for checking this video out. And again, pass this message. If you don't want to share the video, please share the message and have these conversations with your circle and your loved ones. Okay, that's the last video. Appreciation for everybody that's currently watching right now. We appreciate you all for tuning in and sticking with us. We're gonna close this baby out. You guys want to just you know what I'm saying, give them your name and tell them what y'all about is the last go around, and say something about like maybe like a takeaway that you got from the collection of videos today.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to kick it off?
Hollywood Rail.
Yeah, right. Again, Rail. You know what I'm saying? It's Rail J, your personal trainer, fitness coach.
Now your personal trainer.
Very personal.
Up and coming actor, comic book writer, and all of that good stuff. And these are great videos, great topics to talk about. Love the energy today. I am happy to be invited back on to the show.
Love you here, man.
Shout out to HT Higher Thinking. Appreciate you, brother.
Oh, damn.
Appreciate you, my brother.
There ain't other people on the panel? God damn. All right. Well, all right.
I'm sorry, guys. It's always good to have me with y'all.
Oh, thank you.
Yo, my bad, man. I apologize, man.
That will be a short.
Shit, where's my manners? Shout out to the tech guy, too, man.
Oh, he full of shit. No one likes him.
Shit. He got you.
Headshot. Fatality.
Oh man!
Holy shit! That was.
I ain't get away from that one.
How is your aim so good?
He was quick with it that time too.
That was ridiculous.
Isn't that amazing?
All right.
Go ahead.
Jay,
Okay.
your turn.
All right, man.
He clearly wants to go last. He got a bombshell for us.
I see, man. We got a good Evo on the hands, but yo, it's your boy Jay Rashid, man. Y'all go ahead, check me out on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of that. We got the Bob Marley jamming video up, man. Go check that out. Run it up for me one time. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
But you know what I'm saying? Check us out. All 5 members, bro. The hottest. But nah, man. Be sure to check us out next week, man. We're gonna have a special guest, and we're gonna definitely be up in the building. You know what I'm saying? Bringing the heat as always. It's CBD. You feel me?
Yeah. You just had to show me out, you son of a. Hey. Yeah. Well, I got nothing like going on with these people. All right, Kanji, bringing the facts, hurting feelings. I recently read this book, Why Men Earn More. It's controversial and very exhaustively researched by Warren Farrell. He definitely goes and shows very statistical numbers on why the wage gap is largely a myth, that women earn less, not because of their gender, but because of their choices, regardless of, second to fifth wave feminists or pandering simps want to tell you. Also, why women deserve less. Martin Gaines, shout out First and Fit.
Come on, man.
All right.
Have you not seen the videos we've been putting out lately about beer bringing power to the black women and he with the Myron Gaines? Go ahead, man. So go ahead. Keep going. Don't let me interrupt you.
Hey, listen, man. We got to stop these simps for giving up their time, attention, resources, and effort to over-duplicating women. Simple as that.
Oh, well, sound like you actually rehearsed that nonsense. All right, okay. Is that it, man?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Y'all know me, man.
I'm gonna have my books next time too.
What you say?
Can you like to show your book? I'm gonna have my books.
Good for you, man. Don't bring all your damn books. Powernomics, baby. Y'all know me. Y'all know me well. I'm gonna be coming out with an original book reporting of the first chapter of Powernomics. Look out for it on my other channel, Higher Thinking. It's pretty much the step-by-step processing of how blacks can change the trajectory of our current economic climate, our income, and everything you know. And y'all know this is America, so money ruins everything over here. You know how cream is. So definitely check that book out. Otherwise, yeah, I've been hard thinking, and this has been my great friends. And this has been a Chicago Black Delegation podcast. And I'll catch y'all on the flip side.